Hello everybody, it's your old friends at Monday Madness. Welcome to the latest episode of GrapsWatch, the podcast where we're looking at the very unprofessional world of professional wrestling. And it's another busy weekend of said wrestling, as it is Summerslam weekend, with both Saturday and Sunday offerings, with both match cards announced, and we can see what is a lineup to be the most interesting matches of the lot. That is the first half of our show. In the second half will be our regular jaunts into the Mirror WWE Universe with 3 rounds of creative control, including a very special Forbidden Door. That is actually more forbidden than normal in this universe anyway. We also have an update of our TopGraps list, and in the second half of the pod we're going to be answering the eternal question of who is Mr. Summerslam. So we all know who Mr. Wrestlemania is, but we don't know who is on the other side of the calendar, so that's going to be answered tonight, so stay tuned for that in the second half of our show. But for the rest of that, that's all on the latest episode of GrapsWatch. With the weekend that is in it, it is time for a big, major, bombastic, summer sizzling, heat waving SummerSlam preview here on GrapsWatch. The intro was so long, I actually forgot the name of the podcast that I'm on. But we're here anyway, and SummerSlam this year is so big that it's happening over 2 nights in this wonderful kingdom called Minnesota. I'm not sure if that's US based or not, but it's important anyway. It's something to do with Vikings. But we're here anyway, and we have the match cards. We know exactly what's going to be happening both on the Saturday and the Sunday. And obviously, WWE's excitement for making their events bigger and longer and less has allowed SummerSlam to become the 2-night affair that Mania has, and of course the Rumble from the previous year as well. But I'm asking my panel here, what is intriguing them the most from the SummerSlam weekend, if anything at all? So, Dave, it's been a while since you've been on. Is there anything on SummerSlam itself that you are particularly intrigued by?
There was. There was something that was intriguing me and that I was really up for until it was completely ruined by the boss that is Triple H. I was really looking forward to Lesnar, Oba, and the Hell in a Cell until Triple H came out and said in an interview that no, Brock's been helping him backstage. They're like best buds, blah, blah, blah. It's like, how am I supposed to get invested in a match where they're supposed to be enemies and you're telling me they're best friends backstage and all this, blah, 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 blah. That one I was, but Buddies in a Cell is now no longer my concern. The one thing, I know this sounds silly, but Finn against Sami Zayn, I think it's going to slap. From a wrestling point of view, from an in-ring point of view, I'm looking forward to it. To see where they go, because do they go with Sami, or do they go with what the fans have been clamoring for the last few months in Finn Balor? Why isn't he getting a redemption arc? Why isn't he getting that story of SummerSlam where he wins the title? 10 years ago, he didn't lose it. He was injured, never lost the title. He had to relinquish it. Is there a redemption arc here for Balor? So that match is really intriguing me. And also, look, Roman Reigns against Seth Rollins. I know we've seen it before, but it's the first real time where they've had a proper build. They've had really good promos. Look, Roman Reigns is in his own stratosphere at the moment. Even with just walking down the ramp, you tell the aura's oozing off the guy. I think that match is going to be good. And Punk against Cody. I cannot attach myself to Cody in any way, shape, or form. I just can't. He's not a superstar that I can relate to or I can get excited about at all. I don't know what it is. I just cannot relate to Cody Rhodes. That match will be good for the story that's in it on the night, but I'm hoping to God the Punk retains. I'm hoping to good God Punk retains. But I think SummerSlam overall, the women's matches as well. I think we all know, well, we don't all know, but AJ Lee being touted for as the 5th woman for the interim women's championship. I'd like to see Chelsea Green maybe get the shock and get the interim women's championship. I think it'd be a good reward for the work that she has done and that she has put in. And because it's interim, you're not exactly putting the full strap on her there and then.
Mm.
But it's a nice nod to the work that she has done, and she's never spoken out or turned anything down a day in her life in the company. And sometimes to be that committed deserves a little reward. Then again, Tiffany or Charlotte winning it wouldn't be a bad thing either. It sets up a great match against Rhea down the road.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just kind of seeing like who's going to be the best dance partner for Rhea when she does come back. But
Yeah.
again, that also opens up an entire conversation for why is this just for the women's championship anyway? I mean, how long term is this
Yeah, I mean,
particular injury?
but
So yeah,
they're UFC and the UFC and the WWE so much, you could see this happen a mile away.
mm,
Interim championships, all this crap.
yeah,
But Liv Morgan against Io, I can't see Io winning. Unfortunately, I'd love for her to win. I like Io as champion, but I have a feeling Liv's going to retain. Stephanie's going to come back, and they're going to have that rematch potentially at Survivor Series or even maybe sooner at WrestlePalooza when that's announced in September,
mm,
hopefully. So I can't see Io taking the belt off Liv, but I can see Liv defeating Io and Stephanie coming back to beat the shite out of her after the match or whatever it is, and
okay,
set up that storyline for her returning to maybe get the title back. That's it really. That's kind of all that's really attracted me. I know there's two nights, two cards, but to be honest, the IC title as well. We know I'm delighted for Chad Gable. Look, I love him as a wrestler. I love him as a person. From what I've seen, anyway, from what we can see,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing him win it in his hometown. He really does deserve it. And that's not one that I'm totally invested in. I'm just looking forward to seeing.
yeah.
Penta's been a great holder of the strap. He's done a great job representing that IC title. But for Chad Gable to finally get his flowers after injury, trying, Shorty G in 2019, he was supposed to have this. Eventually, he did get the banging main event, El Grande versus El Grande, mask for mask. And I just think he's earned that respect now from the fan base and from everyone else. He's going to win this IC title. And maybe in the future, depending on state of his body, will he get a world title shot? I wouldn't say no. If he
Mm.
goes down that Kurt Angle route of keeping himself consistent and not necessarily the great American hero gimmick or anything like that, but if he goes down the Kurt Angle route without the unfortunate, addiction to meds and just not looking after
And
himself
TNA, yeah,
and TNA, then why not go for it? Why not put the strap on him at some point? Because it can be a big, at the end of the day, big hero turn for Chad Gable. And
mm.
the crowd love him. Why not take that
Yep.
turn? But anyway,
As a momentum is momentum,
this,
whichever you cut at, yeah.
yeah.
Brian, how about yourself then? So obviously Dave earmarked a couple of matches there that's on his
Uh,
radar. What's on your radar going into this weekend?
Sweet fuck all. I am I am the casual. I
That's grand.
am
Thanks, Brian.
the I
That solves that. That's a
that's
great
me. I'm done. Like I am so out of the fucking loop in terms of wrestling. The only thing that I has even been on my radar is has been Danhausen.
Mm.
And Jesus Christ, talk about Triple H and something.
Here,
Um
listen, I was on another pod earlier on in the week and we had a funeral for Raw. So
yeah.
we literally had a funeral. We had a 2-minute service at the start of the pod as a funeral for Raw. It was the biggest pile of dog shit I've ever seen in my
If
life on that show.
I'm very I'm
Not his
you
fault,
see,
mind you.
you see articles and they say Brock is lovely with to everybody, and then you see other articles of WWE creative is in hot water. Yeah, they are. Product's dog shit at the moment. So
It's horrible.
what I'm most interested in are the likes of the Gables and the Ballers
Yeah.
to see, okay, the crowd are hot for them now, not on your fucking spreadsheet, not on your projected fucking sourced fucking multiple fucking focus group
ChatGPT,
bollocks. But do you actually have the bollocks to go running with someone who's hot now?
No.
That's my shout for SummerSlam, because if they don't get this right, Mania's fucked.
Brian, I read an article the other day and it started to make sense the more I thought about it. That TKO are basically giving the top 4 spots to the top 4 merch sellers in the company. And the money is dictating who makes it up the card. The likes of Carmelo Hayes, who's been having banger after banger, month after month, gets told, we've got nothing for you. Straight to the bottom. Why? Because he's not selling merch. He's just not selling. Who's the biggest merch seller? Danhausen. What's been on screen constantly for the past couple of weeks, non-stop, even on NXT? Danhausen.
And
Roman Reigns, I don't even include him. He's worthy of his spot up there.
which is
But
which is ironic because Roman Reigns merch is crap.
it is, but
It's
it still sells.
woeful. It's
It still sells, though.
woeful. But like,
it made me really worried that nobody can break that ceiling without selling merch and selling shirts.
I
They're
don't
going on
mind
the
that.
money. The money ranking is where TKO is going, and that scares the fuck out
That's
of me.
fine. That at least that's a fucking metric to use. So if you want to go up the card, sell more fucking t-shirts out of the boot of your fucking car. That's fine.
How do you get there without the company putting this fucking on you in the first place?
It can be every single wrestler has a bit of fucking merch. Hawk it, connect to your fans. Fine.
Look,
That's
the Judgment Day and Balor
grand.
merch sells itself. We know that. No matter what you put in Judgment Day, Balor, whatever it is, that will sell because Balor has his core fan base that he's built over the past 11 years.
like that. This is the business model, right? Fine. We know. Let's profess that this is what they're running the company on. Great. Now what?
Exactly.
Like that's fucking
Where do you
fine.
go? Like
That's
the stories
fine.
aren't built on money. The stories are built by the talent.
Like I can't. I it's as you say, John. The fuck am I doing here? I am so fucking tapped out. But it's I am not.
You've had other stuff to focus on, right?
I've had a little bit.
To be fair to you, been a little bit distracted.
Yeah, but like support indie wrestling. But that's just something that I am a metric now. I am the casual clip watcher. So if it doesn't get to me, I didn't even know Balor and Gable were having I didn't even know what was going on with them. I didn't even know what was going on with Sami Zayn. I didn't even know I knew Penta and Gable, kind of.
Yeah.
But like, it's not making it to me. And I'm feeding I am the fan they want. The clip watcher.
You're on the TikTok, you're on Instagram, you're watching the reels, you're watching the TikToks, you're watching the YouTube shorts, whatever it is.
And I couldn't.
Neuro spicy, to say the least.
Yeah.
Love doom scrolling. We
Yeah.
love getting all the clips in our brain. But I sit down to watch Raw every week. I wish I didn't.
Why?
But I do.
Why?
Because I like to be able to talk about stuff that we discuss that I actually have watched sometimes, because I'm like, well, I can't really call that shit. I didn't see it.
True.
Can't really call it terrible. Now, clips included. If you've seen the clips, you've seen it. But you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things where I watch it because I still have hope in my fucking heart that something might be half decent on Raw. I won't even go to SmackDown.
Well, funny enough, actually, I've actually found SmackDown to be a much more digestible product than Raw lately, and I think that's down to the changes they made to the roster. I know I was querying it the last podcast we were on, that SmackDown's actually quite top heavy at the moment. I don't know, that's a lot of it's factoring into the fact that they've lost the extra hour on SmackDown. Honestly, that's made SmackDown a much tighter product. And I think that's something that's kind of replicated with most wrestling, is that like a 3 hour broadcast is kind of a hard sell nowadays. Raw has been substantially better since it switched to 2 hours, and I think a many shows that kind of switched to that is certainly much better for it. But going by the kind of conversations both of you were having there, I think a lot of it, what I certainly kind of get more so from Dave as opposed to Brian, is the kind of intrigue of what comes next after SummerSlam, because maybe the one match is kind of holding a level of intrigue to me as a main event is actually Cody and Punk, because ultimately that does dictate what happens next for the booking of SmackDown. Because as you said, Zayn and Balor is very much directly impacted on what happens on the previous night, which kind of explains perhaps the breakdown of the two main events, and that Roman Reigns point blank refuses to work on Saturdays. But the simple aspect of it is that some of those combinations don't work unless you have unless one works without the other. So for instance, Punk and Sammy has kind of already been done before. Cody Finn hasn't. So that could be something that could very well come down the line, as you said, in either September or towards Survivor Series.
Love it.
Yeah. Now again, some of them are very much like dependent on face turns, heel turns, and stuff like this.
I think Cody might turn. Well, you say that might turn heel. There's a maybe there, but
certainly all signs are turning to a Punk heel turn, but again, a lot of people are seeing the same signs, so it could very well be an extra level of misdirecting, and WWE will take credit for it. So we don't know yet. I mean, it's probably for me, certainly, it's the first time I've seen in a while that SmackDown, or sorry, I should say Saturday, have had the better match card than the Sunday. Because typically, at least with the WrestleManias, the Sunday is certainly a little bit more biased in terms of the major main events. Whereas I think night one kind of has the two matches I'm most intrigued for, which is Cody and Punk and the Hell in a Cell match. I know what you're saying is that Triple H kind of keeps lifting the curtain a little bit too much, but I think still in the vacuum, I think that match is going to do exactly what it needs to do, and that's going to put Oba over. Um, and realistically speaking, I think Liv and Io, despite the build being absolutely dreadful, it's still going to be very, very good as a wrestling match.
There is in fact a match I'm very interested in.
Okay.
Gunther and Aldis.
I was about to mention that one actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That one-
very tricky one. It's a
that
tricky
one-
one because you cannot have Aldis win. Gunther's fucked if Aldis wins.
I don't think Aldis has any chance of winning. I think this is just the whole point of making him a kind of part-time performer again. I think that's kind of where we're going with this.
It's literally this is the sad fucking thing about wrestling today, right? It's all on the contract negotiation. If Aldis is signed to be a wrestler, he's fucking winning. If he's not signed to be a wrestler, he's not going to win. And then there'll be other shit. I want to see Aldis win. Fuck Gunther. Boring the bollocks out of me. Not him. The arc, the story.
Yes. Yeah, no,
Like,
I
of which he is the
definitely-
representative of. Fuck the whole fucking lot of them. Let Aldis fucking win. They fucking he's fucking out. He's owed that much. Fucking love the £10 of gold. Fuck the lot of them, and just throw the fucking cat amongst the pigeons, and shake it the fuck up, and have Gunther fucking be fucking interesting. Should he absolutely maul Aldis and beat him within an inch of his life, and have Mickey James run in and say, "Please don't kill my husband"? Of course, perfect storytelling. But I also
Isn't it Maria Canales? No.
No, you're thinking of Mike Bennett.
yeah,
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
but it's
No, both of
it's
them both of them stink at TNA. That's probably where you're getting confused.
only for the fact that Gunther was never on Gladiators. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to a specific brand of lycra.
Well, yeah.
It's
suppose,
time for Gladiators to
You say-
fucking right. Wolf with the run in.
You fucker, you saw my line. I was literally going to say Gunther and Wolf would be a fucking great match, wouldn't it? But no, in all fairness, like I think the Gunther Aldis one, I think is going to be very much a banger European match in that sense. It's going to be very slow and plodding and steeping with whatever it is. But that match in particular, I think, really exemplifies the kind of booking hole that they have Gunther in a sense that Gunther can never really have a normal match with this career killer character. Now again, this could literally be a one and done thing, and Aldis is added to the pile, which I think probably is the logical choice there, so that Aldis can say, right, I've had my WWE match, I've retired, and add my list to the discard pile that is Gunther's kill record. So yeah, you have that kind of hanging over this match. Like I don't think Aldis has any regular chance in it, but again, with the WWE lens here, this is a match. This is supposed to portray that Aldis can actually go as opposed to just being a guy in a suit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they would have done something similar with Adam Pearce, but I think they changed tack on that very quickly because we know Adam Pearce is a very good wrestler from his time in the Indies and Ring of Honor.
And we know. I mean, NWA Aldis is what we want.
That's what we want. But again, it's in order to get to that point, you have to shake off the general manager cobwebs in a sense. Like this isn't a Kurt Angle situation where there's a good wrestler hiding under that suit. This is very much the other case where you have to convince people this guy is actually a good wrestler as well as the general manager. And now I know they've done storyline reasons so that Aldis isn't the general manager anymore and will more likely not be the general manager going forward. And again, that could just be to save on contracts, to say, well, listen, we're not going to have two general managers here. Let's have one and have the other one wrestle. So maybe there was a hidden game of rock, paper, scissors between Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis that we've never seen.
Here, no, I think Adam Pearce is by far the better manager. To be honest, I think he's better as a TV managerial personality than he is. I know he's a fantastic wrestler. Look, he puts all of his matches for free up on YouTube. People can go and watch them. He puts out on the socials and stuff.
Scrap Daddy.
He's a great wrestler. But I think you're losing a lot if he doesn't general manage Raw or SmackDown. He adds a little something to it, and that's one of the few things I've been liking about Raw consistently for the past year.
Yeah.
It's his little backstage bits. Like I know he even has a catchphrase now, I need a drink, and I'm like, but that works.
Yeah,
Again,
it's
we have to fucking deal with week in, week out.
again, I think that sometimes a good general manager is just a general good foil for all the
Mm,
like silliness on a show. Like I think that's all. It's always a very very good contrast with what's actually going on with his show. It shows when he's talking to like kind of like more ludicrous characters like maybe like Sammy and Danhausen and stuff like this. But um. But let's hone in on a couple of other matches then. So the actual presumably main event, the entire SummerSlam is going to be Reigns versus Rollins.
mhm.
And again, this is I kind of thought to myself over the week when I was kind of priming the podcast here, I was thinking this feud in particular, Reigns and Rollins, is this generation's Kane versus The Undertaker.
It's also this generation's Cena and Orton.
To a certain degree, my logic with my logic with the Brothers of Destruction storyline is that it's something that they always keep going back to and kind of trying to pick up the
Yeah.
story where it left
It
off
is
when it
slightly
really
familial with
ended the first
Shield,
time
yeah.
around.
Yeah, I mean, you had the Shield, and Rollins obviously turned his back on Reigns with the chair shot. There is a little bit of familial feeling to this match because of the history that they've got. I
Mm,
see where you're coming from with the Kane and Undertaker thing
yeah,
because I think no matter where WWE goes in the future, there's always that opportunity to either put them together in a tag team
yeah.
or simply put them in a feud or have them in separate feuds, but always kind of keep each other in the loop. It is very similar to that now that you've said it, that no matter where WWE goes in the future, as long as these two are on the roster, there's something that will sell. There's
Mm,
something that will work absolutely fine here. Yeah, I agree.
Like that's the thing. It's very absolutely fine.
mm.
It's absolutely okay. The two lads are generational talents in their own right. And who the fuck am I to critique them? But if they never speak each other's name or use the fucking same similar syllables of each other's names ever again, it'll be too fucking soon.
Mm.
Fuck off. Leave each
Yeah.
other alone. Stop playing with it. It'll get sore. Fuck off. Go away
Can you
from
tell
each
Brian
other.
is a dad of two, by the way? Did that come across there in that little line?
Yeah.
I just I don't fucking care about most of WWE. I extra don't give a fuck about Reigns and Rollins. They bore the whole off me. I don't fucking care. And I don't understand why anyone else would unless you have received blunt force trauma to both of your temples.
Again,
I don't get it.
this is always this is the problem we're always running with. Again, it's that there is a certain Cena Orton quality to run the same match again and again, expecting different results. Like this is very clearly a very easy defense booking wise for Reigns because like I don't see any reason why Rollins would win it. Like the booking hasn't been strong enough in order for him to dethrone who is positioned to be the top guy in the entire kind of company. And I think the bloodline stuff is still kind of lingering in a sense, and they do this thing where they try and keep building to the next thing without necessarily paying off the previous step. So they're is this gonna be the payoff finally to Reigns and Rollins? But oh no, we have to set up for Survivor Series and the War Games where the bloodline will take on the Bloodline or some other kind of non-storyline. And
Hi,
this is
Jamie.
always this is WWE's constant problem is constant build and no resolution. We said this in the last podcast, and whatever they are planning with the Bloodline overall, it's really much the detriment of the Monday Night Raw show because all the other non-Samoan stars are on SmackDown and they're all starting to make some level of sense. Like I said, the likes of Zayn and Balor being paired up is good for them. Cody and Punk being a pair up is good for them as well. And Gunther has on paper certainly a
Here,
marquee
look,
match against general manager. It's
let's
a storyline match,
let's
it is
face
what it
it.
is.
Let's face it, Jonathan. This SummerSlam card is better than the Mania card. Let's face it.
Oh,
It is. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's better than the Mania card. And that's what's fucking sad. The
Main
biggest
events,
show of the year
yes.
is worse
Mid
than
card, no.
the biggest show of
I disagree with the mid card, but the main events are certainly more interesting.
Well, there's no fucking mid card in WWE. It doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, Baron Corbin's getting the booking because he's cheap. I mean, that says a
I
lot
am
about the
fucking
contract
Baron
quotes.
Corbin straight
Delighted.
in with a title shot in a week. The
Good
fuck?
man. Good man
It
himself.
should have been Carmelo Hayes in there, not fucking Baron Corbin.
And like that
That's
I
the
get.
match we all wanted.
That
That's the
I
match we
get.
all wanted.
That I get pushing that off and annoying people enough that they'll care later on. Fully get that. I just want everyone to realise I'm right about everything. Solo Sikoa is fucking great.
He's come on and proved me wrong time.
It's a shame he's going to turn heel over the
fantastic.
weekend. That is
Oh,
only
like,
Don't ruin it for me, Jonathan. Go away
So
with you.
just let the boy cook.
This is
Let
why
him
we can't have nice
cook.
things.
Let him cook.
Mm.
He can just
Don't
simply.
fucking ruin it. He has to stay face. Nope.
I like. He just. But it's been there forever. It's been there forever. He's just naturally charismatic, good crack, funny, in his own way, and not WWE writer funny. Actually funny.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking shocked.
It's a kind of funny they can't write because no one actually has that natural level of comedy. Like Solo Sokoa is almost like a sitcom character.
Yes.
Yeah, which is
When he came out and said, "What are you gonna do, Yee, for 30 minutes?" I was like, "Yes, call out the bullshit, Solo."
So Jamie, you're jumping on now at this point. We're going through the match card and what's in the matches that are intriguing us. We're all kind of taking different angles here, but for you personally, settling in for the kind of the long weekend here, what's the matches that you're particularly tuning in for over the 2 nights?
I'd be curious about the Hell in a Cell, but that'll be most likely just the spectacle. Probably Brock retiring. Hopefully a star-making performance for Obafemi. Punk Cody, I'm intrigued about just to see what will they do. That one feels most primed to having shenanigans or turns or the like.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately excited for Gunther Nick Aldis.
Yeah, I said it.
Like-
That's the only one I actually care about.
Yeah, like Nick is a former NWA champion. I've watched him. He was Magnus in TNA. Like it's really good to finally see him getting his moment. And Gunther is fucking. He pulled a good match out of Pat McAfee. Well, he pulled a match out of Pat McAfee.
Pardon me, I spoke too soon. Let me rewind that a second.
Yeah,
Let me try my
let's not go
previous
making
statements.
let's not go making bold statements.
We here at
my- all my
GrapsWatch do not want to compliment Pat McAfee in anything. We want to retract our previous
Yeah,
statements.
Pat McAfee.
But Gunther is Walter, and I mean, he can do no wrong. In my eyes, he's possibly the best doing it today.
Jamie, did
Oh,
you see the reason why
fair
they
question.
called him Gunther instead of Walter?
The wit?
Did you hear the real reason as to why he wasn't called Walter?
Apparently, because Vince was scared people would call him
Wally.
Wally. Which,
He's insane. That man is
Yeah.
insane.
Like, what the
I mean, there's
So
an
what,
entire
like-
merch line that he left on the floor there. Didn't he?
Where's Wally?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Where's Wally? Chopping your fucking head off, Vince. That's where
Like,
he
you
is.
can't say his name without going, "Oh, Gunther." You know, you can't.
Yeah, I can't. Like, even to this day, I'm like, my favorite match of all time is, for fuck's sake, lads, fucking JD McDonough and Gunther. No, Walter Devlin.
Hmm.
It just has
Yeah,
fucking
yes.
has kick you around.
Walter.
Walter has kick you around energy. Gunther,
Gunther.
and I
Get
know
me some cheese,
I've come
Gunther.
to terms with
look, it's fine.
been a while, like.
He is brilliant. He's flawless, quite frankly, perfect wrestler. And Samantha Irving did everything she could to get that shit name over, and she did.
Hmm.
Too
That
bad
said-
he tapped out to Jey Uso and derailed his entire career.
Look.
If what I'm hearing is right.
Well,
Look,
I really do hope that they give that match time. I hope it's
Hmm.
not like a gimmicky squash.
Yeah.
or
because
he
that
just.
It will be sponsored,
very
but it will be
upsetting.
sponsored by Verizon. No, I'm joking.
Oh, I
Oh, well.
know. That's the real fucking issue is who's going to be sponsoring each match. Okay, guys. Who do you have? Hooray for capitalism.
Brought to you
To
by
be fair,
Pizza Hut.
it's going to get even better because NXT have now introduced sponsored promos, which is it's really
To be fair, like
Getting there.
Dynamite last night was sponsored by Mortal Kombat 2. Although I have to admit, some of the puns that were put in there were quite fun.
in fairness, if there's a wrestling style that's any similar to Mortal Kombat, it's fucking AEW.
Perfect. That I get. That I fucking
That's why I
understand.
That's fair.
fucking enjoyed it. Like I was like, this is cool. This is cool.
I mean, at least that's on brand advertising as opposed to.
But it was
doing
only one
lights.
sponsorship, just the one.
Yeah, it's the only one that's the only one that
Sponsorships.
AEW.
Not 17. Not 17.
Sponsorships are fine. Sponsorships keep the fucking lights on. That's grand. If it's done right and it's done tactfully, like you go back over old shows and you can hear fucking JR going, Snickers, get some nuts. Like it's there. It's always been there.
By God, I ate a Snickers.
Like that's fine. If you can bring it just great. Pay the bills, lads. We're going to pay the bills. Not when it's the entire show. Are you fucking mental?
Yeah.
That's because of the way media is consumed now. Like it's entirely because putting an advertisement before the match is great when people actually watched the shows, but that's not what this is.
The
It
biggest
needs to be
sponsorship
plastered
during
everywhere.
the
It's going
biggest
to be
sponsorship.
15-second clips on social media
Yeah.
that people are watching, and they want their shit in there for that.
Yeah.
The biggest sponsorship in the Attitude Era entirely was sanitary pads. Just saying, like.
Oh, Castrol GTX, surely.
Yeah.
No, the sanitary pads were the biggest on-screen sponsorship in the entire Attitude Era.
There's a
Dave,
fucking...
that's no way to talk about Fred Durst.
How fucking dare you? How very fucking
He's a
dare you?
hero. He was great in the last show I seen him at anyway.
Fucking... I will take you to the fucking Matthews Bridge, Jonathan.
Dad Rock is not actually bad. There's a hot take.
I mean,
When you're a dad, I still can't get away with it.
present.
I don't think cats count.
Present company. Fucking come on. What did I
Look at me,
hear?
I have 2 children.
Yeah. I'll fucking have more. I'll have more to spite you.
Album called Dad Rock. It's good.
Fucking sterilize me, please.
Do that.
Yeah, clip that. But like
I will
genuine.
clip it.
Yeah, please.
No, it's a
Oh,
snip you're
it's
thinking of. Yeah.
it's called. We've coined it in my friend chat group chat. It's the snip road trip.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Is that your
But
country name, Brian Vasectomy?
that's fucking vasecto you, vasecto me, vasecto we. It's everybody.
Suburban now.
But it's something that SummerSlam used to be something that I genuinely anticipated, and now it just looks like WrestleMania runoff,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
The big 4 are all going to be the same now as well because they're moving Royal Rumble to 2 nights. Survivor Series will follow suit, and before you know, you'll have a big 4 of 2-night fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah. The big
I'm
eight.
actually in favor of the Rumble going to 2 nights because
It's
2
the only
Rumble
one that makes
matches in one
sense.
night is too much.
But it makes
Like, I
sense though. The
actually
women's
like
on the
that one.
first night,
Yeah.
the men's on the second night.
Or
It's
rotate
the
back
only
and
one that makes
forth
sense.
each year.
Great,
But,
yeah, no bother.
yeah.
That makes
It's
sense.
just
The only one
that-
that makes sense.
The entire thing of I'm the main event. Are
Okay.
you? Like fuck off. Like look, I'm not going to say that there should be 3 nights because at least then it's an odd number and you know which one is the actual main event. But that's going to fucking happen, and it's just it's a bloated carcass of shit.
But it's
there's
not.
but there's
like 12
great.
matches.
But there's great.
Is there even 12?
But there can
Well,
be
yeah.
but there can be stuff gleamed from the fact that like you have Trick Williams has been a solid fucking presence,
I love that man.
and it's
He is amazing.
there's gold in these hills, but it's just the fact that it's so poorly produced. It's badly produced. It's great stuff, badly produced, and you can say that about anything. But production, like how it is sold to us, is just shit.
Take me back to the Thunderdome, baby.
Also, does it bother anyone else to like an absurd degree that SummerSlam is now on at the start of August?
Bothers the fuck
It's-
out of me. Used to be in September.
No, it was the end, like
End
the
of
very
August.
end of August. It was before you went back to school.
Yeah,
at the
that
end of
was
the
literally
holidays.
it was like your last night of fun before you had to go back to like going to bed at the regular hour. Yeah.
Exactly, and now
Yeah.
it's just totally out of sync. I don't like it.
No.
And
should
nothing's
change it.
been announced for September either. We don't even know if WrestlePalooza's happening. The next
Something will
pay-per-view
happen.
after the next pay-per-view after that is 2 in October with Crown Jewel and Money in the Bank.
I suppose you can count Saturday night's main event if you want to do that.
Yeah.
And they do technically have that crossover with
Scrap it.
AAA as well in September, so they're probably counting that as part of the
Oh,
Worlds
pay-per-view
Collide
schedule.
is on as well.
But they do
End
this
of the
sometimes.
month.
That's why they front load SummerSlam in terms of all the booking plans, because we've had this discussion about what their kind of like their story beats are. Everything's
Yeah.
going into hibernation mode now until Survivor Series season.
But legit, all right. Usos, Fatu, Keys, Knight, Sikoa. Okay, bit of a schmoz, probably all right. Run it back, yada yada. Like the women's tag match. I'm sorry, I don't care. The other women's match. I'm sorry, I don't fucking care. Trick Williams and Corbin. What the fucking NXT match is that? Wouldn't even have made it to a takeover. Penta versus Gable. It's the Americanos again. Danhausen versus Dom. Yous are hearing
Couldn't
it
give a
here.
fuck.
Yous are hearing it here first. I couldn't give a hairy rat's bollocks about that. Finn versus Sammy. An actual wrestling match with wrestlers. Yay! Gunther versus Aldous. Holy shit. Where was the build? But yay! Liv versus Io. Could be fucking brilliant. Buzz not. Reigns versus Rollins. Die. Die in a hole. Die in a hole. I hate it all. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And Lesnar versus Oba should be
Buddy's
something.
in a cell.
That should be the thing. But it isn't. And Punk and Cody. Oh my god. You're being a bit mean to me. Where? Fucking dye your hair or go back to being Stardust or fuck off. Either of them. Either of them can be Stardust at this stage. I'm going
Brian,
fuck.
what's your problem with Roman Reigns, by the way? I meant to ask.
Bores the fucking whole of me. It's a tempo thing. It's a rhythm thing. He is
Okay.
technically brilliant. He's as a human being, as a performer, he is fucking flawless. That's the fucking problem. He's flawless.
But his gimmick isn't.
He just he's fucking, but he bores me. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. It's done. The book has been written. The chapter is fucking closed.
Here,
The
I'm not gonna lie.
end.
The bloodline has lasted longer than the Attitude Era. Let that sink in.
Yeah, I think that's part of my issue with him as well. I'm nothing against the person individually, but I think he's a symbol for what is a very tedious era in WWE booking. Because the bloodline itself as a storyline, once it's all done, will be seen as a fantastic kind of achievement. And I think that's also part of the issue.
Story.
But
if you look at any kind of legendary storyline, any of the storylines people put up as being the greatest storylines in wrestling history, NWO, Austin McMahon, they all got the arse dragged out of them to the point where they were boring.
And they were still shorter than the bloodline.
Well,
but not even the bloodline.
I think the pandemic extends that quite a bit as well. Yeah.
Not even the bloodline. Reigns, as an example, is fucking perfect. He is, and I don't like the way he wrestles. I don't like the way he fights. I don't find it visually enjoyable. Doesn't stop the fact that motherfucker can execute in that goddamn ring. He is a fucking hunky, beefy slab of athleticism. He is fantastic.
I think they're going to deliver. I think that match is going to be good. I think Seth and Roman will be good.
Yeah,
I can't recall them having a terrible match. People are treating it like it's fucking Cena Orton, and it's not.
That's what I had said.
The match against in the Rumble is going to be fantastic. The one where Rollins comes out in the Shield entrance.
But exactly, and the point from that is Roman's never beaten Seth.
He has.
He has.
He has.
No, not cleanly.
Absolutely. Cleanly, regardless. Multiple times he has beaten him, but that's not
by
the match.
DQ. He beat him one-on-one by DQ at Royal Rumble 2022. But that's it. That was the only one. That was the whole build for that one too.
But that doesn't interest me. I don't give a fuck if two bland fuckers win. I want to actually see why it actually matters, and it'll never matter because Seth Rollins is just paralyzed. He's a paralyzed company man, and I'm so frustrated. I will constantly be frustrated by him because Colby is fucking interesting and cool as fuck. Seth is a fucking dweeb.
I will say I will bat for the defense of Seth Rollins here. I think the Seth Rollins character as it was before WrestleMania, I 100% agree with you. However, I do believe that the current iteration of Rollins that's come back since WrestleMania, I think is a much more streamlined and I think a lot more of a sensible character because, again, Dave kind of called it, Tyler Black. He's just been dressing in black the whole time. And realistically, that's all he's ever really needed to do. But I do accept your point in a sense that, and again, this goes back to what we're talking about with the roster transfers. My whole argument is that everyone feels that they're kind of on the wrong show. Rollins, at this stage in his career, I think needs to be a SmackDown guy because he's working with other work rate people. Raw is the Bloodline show now, and that's what it is. It is now the home of the Netflix melodrama. That's fine. Put them all there and let them all stink out the place because Raw is unfortunately sinking as a product. But
it's dead.
That could work.
Could work, absolutely. Like if he's doing Rage Against the Machine, sure, absolutely.
The way for this to work though is regardless of which one wins. And I suppose it has to be Roman because let's be fair, it's going to be Roman.
Yeah,
it's going to be Roman. Yeah.
I think sending Seth to SmackDown would be good because this should be the end. This should be the end of the
If they
Shield for
haven't,
years.
if they haven't shoved Punk already to SmackDown, I would have said yes. But because they have, I don't think they can afford to take Seth off Raw.
Now,
Well,
I
you see,
think
you could have Sammy go to Raw as well. So there's a few other ways you could do it. A lot of people have shoved from SmackDown from Raw to SmackDown, but they're not going to the way. So it's interesting what they could do. Like, but yeah, that
But
would
I
be a natural
find
conclusion.
I've actually I've the bell's gone off, the shoe has dropped, I've eaten the penny, right? Neither of them are funny. That's what fucking annoys me about them.
Who, Reigns and Rollins?
Yeah, they're
not
not
supposed to be.
Yeah,
Every
they're
sit-
chorus
that's
melodramas.
because of your taste.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Every single main eventer who I enjoy can be comedic. These guys can't.
Such as,
So
I'm curious.
Austin, Rock,
Mhm.
Angle are all brilliant comedic performers.
I would argue Roman is also hilarious when he talks in the ring. That was a big part of his character in the Thunderdome, and it worked.
No,
Yeah, to be
I
fair,
mean,
Reigns can be a good bitch talker. I think that's
Yeah.
again. I don't think that's not perhaps I'm paraphrasing. here,
neither
but
neither
the
one
way
of
he
them,
presents it.
neither one of them have the balls to put on a small cowboy hat.
The reason The Rock had to be comedic is because he was a shite wrestler. Let's face it, man.
For the time, he was.
Terrible.
Not that the standard was good during the editing era. Let's be fair here.
Dave,
The wrestling
Dave,
was shite, but the
I'm going to
entertainment
tell you
was off
now.
the charts.
97 is up. Go watch some. It's not good.
No, it's not. It's really
That's
bad.
it's rose tinted glasses that's speaking here.
Oh, look, it's just.
Yeah.
I know we all go back and we all, fantasize about the attitude era and how great it was. It was great because it was put on in an era where reality sold.
Shot
You
well,
had
fans
you
reacted.
had shock jocks, you had Howard Stern, you had the reality TV just starting to bloom. And Vince McMahon said, "Hey, sex sells, reality sells. Let's put it on our show. Let's go and play."
Right place, right time. That's that.
Trash
this is,
TV was
yeah.
the biggest thing in America. So he said,
Yeah.
"Well, okay, let's make some trash TV."
Hmm.
It was shite, but we loved it.
So let's
Jerry
call
Springer
our
was
shots.
basically pro
Yeah.
wrestling, so he just took it back.
Yeah, exactly.
You want that
Um,
shit? Go to Japan.
So let's call our shots here a little bit then. So with SummerSlam on the way then, so what's one thing that we are absolutely banking on? Like if we call our shots here, what's one thing that you're guaranteeing is going to happen? Or shall we say would like to see happen? And in the expectation that we can come back on the next podcast and you can kind of like dust your cap and say you were right the whole time.
Cody heel faction.
Cody heel faction.
Cody heel
Interesting.
faction.
Talk us through that. What's
Yeah,
in your mind there?
I see all his alumni of his Fight Factory and the AEW Dreggers of the Starks and the Pages of this world, just floating into Cody and just keeping people away from him.
Can't see Paige. Paige is actually doing all right.
But that's what I see.
Keys, on the other hand.
Mm.
You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh, do you mean the redemption arc from a redemption that never needed to redeem himself from?
I just want. That's on my fucking Christmas wish list is heel Cody because I believe it.
Bring back smashing the throne.
No, Ring of Honor. Kiss the ring.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
Brunette,
Brunette,
and kiss the ring, man. That's what I want to see.
I do genuinely think that'll be the main event as well, though. Cody.
Yeah, I think that's probably why this is a night one main event. This is only the preludes.
The first of a big story, and one of them will turn heel.
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
I'd rather a heel Punk. There's nothing that guy's done as a heel that I haven't loved. From the straight edge society, getting grannies to jump over the rail, to his run against Cena and against The Undertaker.
Is there someone to be as good a foil to Punk as a heel? Because I don't think so. Punk tends to
basically Cena.
Yeah, but he's not a foil to anybody. He is his own. His narrative arc is personally driven.
Cody would have been the perfect foil for 2011 CM Punk.
Yeah,
back when he still felt anti-establishment. He doesn't have that edge anymore.
He doesn't look like Butthead either.
Although Corporate Man Punk can slap, and both are viable. That's the thing. But we are saying a big heel turn. There has to be a big. All of these need a big swing.
But the problem is, we always have this hope before a pay-per-view We always have this real fool's hope in our hearts that something like this will happen. It'll get to Cody Punk. Punk will retain. Cody will shake his hand.
Yeah.
All will be good. They'll go backstage and we'll be left fucking kicking our TVs in.
I just
because
can't
nothing
wait
That's
to
the
can't wait
problem
to
as well,
see
though, is
the
we've rumbled it and we have this because it probably will be Punk and Cody at Mania. The problem is we have to get to Mania,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
means they'll do fucking nothing till January and then shoehorn it into like 8 weeks.
Yep.
I'll also factor in that money. We do have a Money in the Bank pay-per-view as well, which will probably throw an X factor into one
I
of
think
the
Trick,
shows. But
not
yeah,
not overreaching the schedule here, but I think Trick Williams deserves to win that briefcase. He will lose the title to Corbin at SummerSlam, I think.
that is calling a shot, Dave. In fairness, we can count that
I'm
as
calling
fair.
it now.
Yeah.
I will say Corbin will beat Trick, but Trick will win Money in the Bank, and he
Good
will
shout.
cash in next year when he's ready for that title.
that's a good show.
Hmm.
Yeah,
There's a good
But again,
love
fool's
to see
hope
that.
and Trick will fucking retain. You know what it's like.
I mean, I just want to
It'd
see
be lovely to see that.
I want to see Corbin have bangers and help the boys get over. You know,
Hmm.
he's
Interesting.
fucking solid beyond belief. So
His Bishop Dyer run on the Indies was actually quite good.
He was good in TNA.
Jamie, how about
Was
your
it
shot? What
TNA,
are you
was it?
calling on this?
He was MLW. He was in a tag team with Dijak.
MLW,
The
thank you.
Skyscrapers. But my shot that I'm calling is the most obvious one. I'm predicting that Oba Femi will win and Brock Lesnar will retire.
Yeah, I think it feels like that's going to be the natural conclusion. I would be
Although if
surprised
it wasn't for
pretty
Triple
starts the
H,
whole show, I'd say.
If it
Really.
wasn't for Triple H coming out and saying he's not retiring, Brock decides when he retires. That again, I hate Triple H for these fucking interviews. He should not be doing these things.
yeah,
Well, listen, if he doesn't retire, that probably suits Gunther because that's another scalp then, potentially for WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, that's probably not a bad thing either for Gunther.
The
So,
real
like,
killer, yeah.
yeah,
They've gone
Please.
all in though with the commemorative titles and the like.
yeah.
please,
Like it.
Gunter, please learn to make a different type of sausage. Please. It just use some different flavors. Throw a bit of apple in there or something. Come on, you're so good. He's such a good butcher. He can do more. Just
Everything of that crowd now to do like custom flavor sausages now. Does he fucker, Brian? How dare you?
I prefer chipolata than myself.
Yeah, that's
well,
fair.
over here anyway, because the UK meat's fucking shy.
Yeah, to be fair. David Good does a sausage smuggling run every week. It's actually quite handy for him.
Vacuum fucking pack, baby.
I know how weird that sounds, and I'm still gonna stick to it. He's
I'm
embraced
okay
it.
with that. I'm very okay with that.
Literally, he has to go
Clip it,
through customs
motherfucker.
every week, and it's just full of just sausage meat. Like he has to explain himself every single time.
Yeah. In all fairness, the dogs at the airport love him.
That, to be fair, yeah, it's no coincidence there. I suppose
How are you,
if,
lads? How are you?
if I'm gonna call any shot, I would say, and again, I'm going for quite an obvious one here. I'm gonna go a little bit mid cards, and give Raw a little bit of attention, and I'm gonna say Chad Gable will be your new Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah. You'd hope so.
But I do also believe that Reigns will probably go into hibernation again. It'll be more bloodline themed in terms of the kind of underlings and your Fatus and Uzos doing the kind of core, the storyline kind of building in a sense. But Chad Gable is primed for as it were a work rate title reign on Raw, because whichever way you cut it, Roman Reigns is going to be the world champion, but he's not going to be on every week. So this is the time
we need a Gunther style run for Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like the
Actually,
yeah, it's something along those lines. Certainly, I think, like, not to use AEW as an example, but I like the idea of Darby kind of running himself into the ground in AEW. But I think that can be done a little bit better in a sense where Chad doesn't run himself into the ground. He just puts on fantastic matches. Because again, Raw's major problem, and again SmackDown's other problem to a certain degree, is the distinct lack of a mid card. And I think the mid card titles are always an indication of how strong an actual card or an actual show is, because it's not the people you want to put on the mid card on the middle of the match. But if you want to see a match like Chad Gable versus Ethan Page, that should intrigue you for a pay per view. If you want to see, even something like Gable Joe Hendry is kind of bottlenecked into where he is now as a comedy character, but we know he can wrestle. That's an example of it there. SmackDown, I think, is quite good, but again, the problem is that they've gone through an era of where Dragunov was the US champion and no one really paid attention to it, according to WWE.
And
so
it's sad because
it is sad, yeah.
Dragunov can fucking go.
But that's not Dragunov's fault either. That is down to WWE not doing enough with him to make him a top star. And again, it goes back to the argument of like this: they have a structure which is top four and then everyone else, which is,
Yeah.
ultimately
They missed,
WWE's
they,
fault.
the
That's
reports
they
self-defeating.
missed the
true.
trick. They missed
If
the trick not putting him
he
with
is,
Gunther though, and
Maybe.
having the Soviet
yeah,
Union gimmick.
he was Gunther's kryptonite for so long.
Yeah.
But I suppose they weren't willing to pull that trigger. If the reports aren't true, and if Ilya is still with the company, or is he confirmed gone?
It's
Yeah.
I hope
rumored
he
to be
goes.
gone. Rumored.
Yeah,
If he's,
like Carmelo Hayes has basically been told, we've got nothing for you. Sorry.
they should be sent to Raw to face Gable. They like,
Yes. Oh, let
like,
the man cook.
Yeah.
Let him
There you
cook.
go.
like, give him his mid card. Like, this all feels like his reward for the El
Where's Pete
Grande
Dunne?
success.
Where's Tyler Bate? Feed them to Gable.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, same difference. Like,
Ty-
but again,
Tyler
there's also the
Ba- Tyler
ravaging
You
Bate.
can't turn on them now. They're
Yeah.
his boys.
Tyler Bate, his Instagram is a disgusting level
Really
of
good
talent.
singer. Yeah, he's a really good
Disgusting
singer.
level of talent and charisma. I hate him. I fucking hate him. God damn, that's a fucking talented, handsome, fucking sound man.
I suppose
Fuck
that's
him.
that's what you get from being in the family of cabaret acts, I suppose. So yeah, that got that kind of tracks, doesn't it? So
Circus, baby.
there you go. So so with that in mind, lads, let's update our top graps list as we run
Can
into
I-
SummerSlam weekend.
Apologies, Jonathan. Can I have one more prediction, please?
You can call your shot, Dave, before I put the intro in.
Right. Dominic Mysterio is going to get dragged away by midgets and put in an electric chair.
Yeah.
Shave him bald. Fuck it.
Actually, and
100%.
Jonathan, just to your point with Joe Hendry kind of plateauing a little,
Oh Christ.
the worst thing to happen to his career was them signing Danhausen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really
Because
tough.
he was
And
the comedy meme thing, and now Danhausen has just taken that spot.
I see. I see your point and raise it in the fact that you have them both on the same show. If Joe Hendry was on NXT still or on SmackDown, I think he would have been absolutely fine. Or again, have him be the guy who can both be comedy and good wrestler, not just comedy.
Yeah.
Again, these guys have contracts for a reason. We should actually let them wrestle every now and then to prove their worth.
How dare you?
That's
To
just
be
dare
fair,
you.
That's
to
just
be
me.
fair, TNA did that perfectly.
I
They
was
used his
literally about to
comedy
use
to
my
get him
example.
to do insult songs, and that built the feud.
Yes.
Even NXT wasn't bad when they had him coming out of fridges and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that was a good gimmick. That was a fun little bit, and then they just went right, move on to the next thing, and the next thing is what we-
don't want to play with you anymore.
yeah. Essentially. So with the top graphs list then, so obviously we don't have to do as many updates as we did the last time because we were a little bit neglecting the last few weeks, but we do have one change to make on this list, whatever it may be. So I'll give the top 10 as things stand in ascending order. Number 10, button the bill, is Gunther, followed then by Jacob Fatu. One of the new entries was Will Ospreay in number 8, El Grande Americano number 7, Roman Reigns at 6, Danhausen, very nice, very 5th, Trick Williams in 4th, and then our bronze medal at the moment is Obafemi, CM Punk at number 2, and Sami Zayn number 1. So,
Fuck wrote that list. Get Sammy off there. Beggar Bob can fuck off.
and, well, again, this was coming off the back of the 9-day title reign and how like he was the most noteworthy thing over that time. But again, this is where we have the conversation now to see who's going into SummerSlam the most interesting of the lot. First of all, who do we have in the conversation to go off the list, and who do we have the conversation to go on?
Sami Zayn off that list, lad.
I will.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna.
That one, Dave. To be honest,
I'm gonna do you one better. Danhausen off the list. Broke my heart. Turning
Speaking
heel
of
on.
Mike Bailey on there.
Turning heel on Danhausen.
No.
That was fucking crap.
I think Solo Sikoa on there because he's the only
Yeah.
fucking watchable thing on Raw.
Okay, we've
Shouldering the show.
Interesting. Okay, so we have a conversation for Solo there. Is anyone else we want to? You mentioned Speedball Mike Bailey there, Dave, on the AEW side. What's happening with him?
So he won his international title shot in the ladder match at Redemption, which was probably one of the best ladder matches I've seen in a very, very, very long time. And I'd even put it up there with some of the best WWE ladder matches, if I'm honest. Fucking loved it. But just he's really come a long way. Especially this week on Dynamite as well, doing really fucking well. I just like his character.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
fair.
Speedball.
Really, really well.
Speedball's great.
Feels very good, yeah.
Fucking love Speedball.
What say you about the Kenny Omega heel turn? Is that something you think would be worthy of interrogation for our top brass list? Is that enough? Is that drawing you enough in for All In with the match being set up as it is?
Yeah, I'm more invested now than I was because obviously I was all geared up for MJF against Will Ospreay.
Mm.
I fucking love MJF. Sue me. And then it kind of threw in Kenny Omega, and I'm like, I'm not his biggest fan, but his in-ring work is fantastic. But judging on the promo last night, I'm all for heel Kenny Omega, actually.
Oh yeah, cleaner. Bring the cleaner back.
Yeah.
Delicious.
That's what
Nom,
they
nom,
are
nom,
doing.
nom,
They're
nom.
bringing back
Yeah.
the cleaner Kenny Omega.
So
I'm
cool.
all for that now, and it has piqued my interest back in All In's main event again, because they want Will Ospreay to be face going in because obviously he's at Wembley, he's going to win the title, blah blah blah. But seeing that little heel section of Kenny Omega last night has me intrigued. Now, okay, let's run with it. Let's see how it goes. It's 32 days left. Okay,
Mm.
give me more intrigue going forward. Collision's on tonight. Dynamite next week, and then I'm in Glasgow for Dynamite and Collision the week after that. With fellow GrapsWatch enthusiast Kieran. So that'll be good.
Well, feel free to give us an on-site report of how you think AW is going, because
Yes,
we will do an
we will.
All-In preview at some point. So
Here, look, I
Yeah.
said I subscribed to my AEW. I'm gonna give it a full run for a year. I'm committed now. I've been enjoying it. Dynamite was 7 out of 10. It was solid in parts, not so much in other parts, but every wrestling show was like that. You can't have a fucking perfect show every week.
Yeah.
Redemption, as usual, had too many matches. Could have done with just 7. 7's fine. 6 and 7 is fine. They just AEW pay-per-views last year fucking killed it because they had 6 matches. They had 7 matches. It was great. This year, it's just been, he's been giving the people too much. 10, 12 matches, too fucking much for a pay-per-view. They can't digest it.
Again,
You know,
take them off their bloated roster, really.
Exactly. So, like Redemption, I could pick out 5 or 6 matches from Redemption, 5 matches that were actually fucking great, and put them on a card, and you have a stellar pay-per-view. It's the dog shit in between that could have gone on a Collision or a Dynamite that I'm like, why put that in there?
Yeah.
Well,
Again,
Kenny Omega could be on the list, but not yet.
Okay.
I
Well,
need to see more in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be like, if he's kind of done enough for me, I'll be like, okay, put him on the list.
okay. That's fair enough, I think. Yeah.
Speedball has gone from kind of pigeonholed as a tag team with Jet Speed to, okay, now Kevin Knight has his title, and now Speedball is being put up for a singles title now.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting to see that Kevin Knight, I can see why they're big on him. He's got a lot of talent. And Speedball's finally getting his flowers now because that kid offers an awful lot.
Yeah.
In ring and out of the ring.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Brian, how about yourself then? Who's on? Obviously, not many people have been on your radar, but you're willing to sacrifice Danhausen on the altar here.
Yep.
But who are you willing to?
Put Jay on there, Brian.
Yeah. There's a recent debut in OTT. I think it was very good.
Let me put myself.
Nikki Storm, of course. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Martina's back. There you go. Plug. But
17th debut.
Yeah. It's cause it's something I've been baying for solo. It is someone I'm like, please.
Put him on there.
Okay.
Realistically, like give what was the 4-3-2-1 again, Jonathan?
So Sammy top, Punk second, Femi third, and Trick Williams fourth.
Yeah, I mean, none of them are genuinely on my radar. Like Fat 2 isn't doing much. He's cooled the fuck off as well.
We could do a straight swap there, in fairness.
Yeah, fucking. You have to have a member of the Bloodline on the list at all times. Contractual obligation.
Well, we have 2 actually. So yeah.
Yeah, Fat 2 and Solo switch that shit up.
Yeah, like Gunther could be thrown up a little bit further because I'm personally very interested in Aldous and Gunther.
After SummerSlam, see how it is, and then put him on that list. If
I think realistically, because he's not doing much, Americano could be bounced out because he's done fuck out. He's not there at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Triple H going up though. We do have
the stuff with Perros Del Mal is actually really good.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why we keep on this, because it's been humming along. Like, yeah.
Dominic and Americano helping each other out. It's been good.
I've seen
Right.
actually that segment. It was fantastic. It was
Lucha.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was a proper like enemies united kind of story that they didn't. Oh, what was the feud I'm thinking of? Was it not quite Mega Power style, but it was certainly something after. It was very much in the new generation. I just can't recall, but it was.
The only thing that's legit has me hyped at the moment, and because they haven't landed anywhere, is Kofi and Creed. That fucking promo they released with the unicorns.
I
God
really hope
damn.
they go with the name. I really hope
Yeah.
they're Daybreak, because
Yeah.
Daybreak is actually
Daybreak.
quite good. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's like, oh, I can't use New Day. Okay, Daybreak.
I mean, it'll work
motherfuckers.
everywhere but Ireland. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you put that in Ireland, it's basically a morning show on TV3.
Yeah.
well, no, I was thinking more
Um,
so you go to them for your breakfast rolls, but
Daybreak
sure,
chicken
whatever.
filler rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But they
But
can have
the-
chicken filler rolls
But
on
the
their
meme picture alone is going to be great. Look, Ireland have a huge fucking thing about big conglomerate and intellectual properties. Go on, Supermax. So it's
They beat the
that's
big
legit. That's legit. What's on my fucking radar at the moment. But
Yeah,
they're not landed anywhere, so they're not. They haven't had a match, so they can't be on the list.
I
Yeah,
think
watch
they'll
the
land.
space,
I genuinely think they'll land in TNA. I
TNA,
genuinely think they'll
really?
land.
I would think
genuinely
I would think
Like AEW, sure.
I would say
AEW doesn't want
AEW.
them. The roster doesn't want them. I don't think they'll go to AEW. I
Do they
think
not
they'll land
like
in TNA.
making money? God
Not-
damn.
yeah, I
The
think
ro-
I think
the
Edge and
roster are-
Christian is done. Well, no, it's definitely done. Edge has announced his retirement, so they're gonna.
Yeah, he's retiring in October, I think.
Yeah.
He's actually he might be retiring at an MLP show.
Yeah, he did a Canadian.
It's in Canada
Um,
anyway.
End of October. It is in Canada. So, yeah, he's retiring in October, as far as we know. So yeah, I don't think they'll go to AEW. You can't see it, but I think they'll land in TNA. And at the moment, I think TNA would be a great fucking place for them, because right now TNA have gone up and up and up, and they at the beginning of the AMC, I did say it was dog shit because I thought the shows they're putting out at the very beginning of the TV deal were pretty bad, but they've made right moves, and now LeBron James potentially appearing tonight in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
What a bit of stunt casting that is if he does show up.
The match
like-
towards Slammiversary got really rough, but they're doing.
Like if
I actually like Delirious. He's doing
if-
decent stuff.
if New Day go there, you shove everything behind them, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You
Keep the
shove
rocket on him.
everything, and let them fucking right, and let
It's
them
like
put,
FTR.
really-
FTR left AEW or taking a break from AEW, but they're showing up at Rev Pro on All In weekend.
Interesting. They're still in the realm. Okay, so
Just to the previous point, actually, on the AEW thing, I think objectively taking all tribalism out of it, it's really weird to say that the best booker this year has been The Undertaker
yeah,
of a fucking Lucha Libre promotion.
I don't think there's any surprise because no one's been paying attention to it.
Give
That's
people the
the joy of
freedom
it.
to give people the freedom to do what they can do, and they'll surprise you.
And
While-
having the right level of knowledge there as
Even
well.
though the
Triple H is under
production
the
and the
absolute-
timing of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Triple H is so fucking fractured and held under the thumb by Ari Emanuel.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't blame Triple H on too much, because I have a feeling he has been fucking strung up
Oh,
by
jeez.
TKO.
Yeah,
Shawn
yeah.
Michaels is doing okay in NXT, apart from the lesbian that is Will Cruz. So I really don't know what they're going to do with him. I think he needs to grow a beard, maybe.
if he can,
If he can,
Put him
that's another thing. I was just about to say, if he can
put him under a hood. I don't know, grow his hair
I
out.
really don't. Look, the guy is sensational in the ring, but Shawn Michaels, do something, fix it quick, because
Please.
that lesbian gimmick is going to happen, whether you like it or not. Yeah, so you have Shawn Michaels, who's doing great. Ethan Page has come up, and to be honest, Ethan Page's gimmick is great. I'm really enjoying him in the mid-card. I'm really enjoying his gimmick. The people that he's brought up have been really good. Although some of them have now been shoved to the fucking side because they don't sell merch. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The best booker has been The Undertaker. I'm going to agree with Jamie on that. He has.
Like you said, let people do good
people
stuff
do it,
while
yeah.
keeping violent kayfabe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mexican wrestling is built, still has kayfabe, because the people buy into it, because they haven't been fractured by, a curtain call or corporate or Triple H coming out saying, "Oh, we don't have kayfabe anymore. We just make
Yes.
movies every week." So people have to realize that these people are only these people on screen.
Well,
Yeah.
it's also the romantic side of it
It's
is still
not-
there in Mexican wrestling. It's not been kind of tainted by the corporate side of it.
No,
Because
it's
then
not. It's
any
still-
any
it's still
tinge
that
of
little bit pure.
corporatism is that's there tends to get kind of beaten out by the fact that
Yeah.
America's kind of just up there. So just make money
But
there
the
instead.
fans love it. The fans that are there for Lucha Libre have been there generation after generation after generation. It's a cultural thing with them.
Yeah, but
It's
they
not
they know
just
to
that
play
it's
along.
like,
That's the difference.
oh
They don't want
yeah,
to be smart.
and
They
they
want
love
to play
it.
along.
And that's why WWE is pissing me off so much, is that we no longer have those moments when we're sitting in the arenas, like at WrestleMania, we're sitting in the wool sheds, and we have those moments that we jump out of our chairs for and go fucking nuts, dare I say it, during the Vince era at times, where he just gives us that shock and that real feeling of, oh, this is why I love wrestling. It's been stripped down to the bare bones of, I can't be fucking arsed with this anymore.
I fully agree,
Like,
Dave, but that's also why I'm just going to get pissed during Sunday.
No, I'm not
I've
taking
no
that away
intention of
from you.
watching the actual show. I'm
Oh,
just going out for a
no,
fucking piss.
you're
Like
there
that's,
you're there for bands and friends.
I'm here for the points.
That's
Yeah,
even
exactly.
better.
Yeah.
That's even
So
better.
let's
Jamie
go
might
back to our
show
top
up.
graphs list
Actually,
then.
no,
So
Jamie won't.
I think we're going with Solo Sikoa for our new entry. So it's really down to either Jacob Fatu or El Grande Americano for.
Can I just make an honourable mention?
You
Because
can,
I am
absolutely.
actually good with Solo going on. Grayson Waller.
Yes,
promo.
baby.
What a promo.
Yes, baby.
I've been saying it for years. That kid has something. He's
Oh yeah.
good. Like, yeah, that was.
You know how some people like, I'm a 5-tool player, I'm a 6-tool player. He's an entire fucking bandolier of Swiss Army knives. He is just
This is
let
what
him.
happens when you let the leash off and he's not pigeonholed into like you said, a fucking cheerleading gimmick for New Day, or a fucking, like you said, he spent a year cheerleading the guy who is just keeping him relevant, which was Austin Theory. You know, this guy has finally been said, probably Shawn Michaels probably brought him down and said, fuck that. Go out and say what you want. Go out and be Grayson Waller, as Shawn Michaels loves to do. Go out and fucking be the person you want to be.
Yeah. And lo and behold, it's given NXT a bit of a shot in the arm as well, because he kind of needed it after the latest
that
call-ups.
promo. Oh, I've watched it like 4 times. Like, it's just so fucking good.
Okay, so yeah, no, in fairness, that's a good honorable mention as well. Okay, then, so we're happy with, are we going with Fatu or Danhausen or El Grande Americano?
Danhausen. I'm calling it Danhausen. That was fucking dog shit. Like
the solo where he wasn't actually playing the fucking piano.
Just look, I'm the fucking Danhausen guy and I want him off. Fucking
Brian,
send him.
I believe that he is off.
Okay, I think we have a few people for Danhausen then. So
I actually agree with that. He was fun. He was organic. He was schlocky in all the right B-movie ways. But he's now got into that corporate system, and they are going to milk the capitalism out of this.
The gas thing is, thing is, because of the way comedy works, it'll get worse and then funnier and then die again.
Yeah.
Because he'll double down on this and then it'll be really fucking funny in 2 weeks and he'll be great again, and then it'll die again and be great again and die again and be great again.
Look at me, but the way they're using it.
No, you can't look.
I'm
fucking saying I'm after nailing my fucking colors to the fucking wall about comedic wrestlers, and I want him off. Like, it's that fucking bad.
Yeah, that's fair. Me. So Danhausen is off the list then. So let's set up our
Danhausen.
Yeah. So we have Solo Sikoa going onto the list. So let's work from the top down then, shall we? So who's the hottest going into SummerSlam out of our current list? We make a conversation for CM Punk, considering it's
CM Punk could say
Okay.
Personally, I'd say Gunther because I just have intrigue in that. But
I think Gunther's certainly going up on the list anyway. Anyway, that's for sure. I think for me personally, if I was going to discuss it, I think Roman, obviously the program with Rollins is going to be good. I don't think it's enough maybe for top 3, but it's enough to move up the list a bit, I think. So maybe
I'd agree.
5th or 4th, perhaps, possibly for Roman, I think.
Brian, behave yourself. Fuck.
I'd put him in the top 3. Like, he is.
Yeah.
Brian's anti-Shield bias.
I don't know what it is. I should like it. I just chemically, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know. I'm allergic
let's
to
go
it.
with third. Let's go with third then. In that
I
case.
agree. I'm insane. So I will put the caveat there. That's fine.
There.
So will we go then with Sammy or Oba for second?
Oba,
yeah.
Sammy in the bin.
Yeah.
Like, he has to be walking into a career-making match this weekend.
If they like money,
if they don't do it this weekend, then they've officially overshot it.
If they don't go on top of the cell, they failed.
Just like break a door. Do fuck. You have to do something.
Yeah, I don't think the cell is surviving the match. I think that's the whole. That should be the
Go
whole point.
through the side. Go through the
Yeah,
side.
exactly. Tunnel through it
Fucking-
even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a top three then anyway. So any calls then for the rest of the list? Who is on the lower end of the scale?
I would.
I think Trick should move up.
Yeah.
So he'll stay fourth then in that case. So
Oh,
he's
yeah.
fourth place.
He's floating there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
I'd
mind.
say-
Didn't realize he was in fourth.
He's still in fourth. Yeah. So that's okay.
Fair.
Yep.
I would
Gunther,
shove.
fifth?
Yeah, going to fifth. Yeah.
I think the stuff with our Omega is probably pulling Osprey along with him as well. So Osprey could
Yeah.
very well move up a few places. I think El Grande's probably fine where he is at the moment, 7th or 8th. What
Yeah.
would you make? Yeah. I
It's
think
that kind of outside promotion thing that's happening.
Yeah. Okay. And then that leaves us then. So Jacob Fatu probably 10th at that stage, really, if he's still kind of humming along. Solo then
I
kind of
don't think he should be
overtake
on
him.
the list. I that's my choice. Is Jacob is now just a lackey with nothing to him. They've killed that character completely.
At the risk of messing with your system, would everyone be in favor of a vote to remove Jacob and put on Grayson?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I've been outvoted.
Up for
Democracy
it too, shit?
once again betrays me.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fair.
Hooray, democracy!
All right then. So Grayson Waller is another new entry on the list then. So only a few people to slot in then is Jacob and Solo and Sami Zayn. So Grayson Waller then would be. Are we putting them 10th or are we putting them higher? Where are we putting
10th.
Grayson?
He's just cut the
Yeah.
promo. I think he's broken into that list. Yeah.
TBD then. Yeah, that's fair. Then in that case then Jacob would probably not move then in 9th. So then Solo
Then
either 6th or
Solo.
8th. Solo and
then
then
Sami.
Sammy. Okay.
Yeah.
Grant.
And the
All right
Jason.
then. So this is the new list as things stand. We have our bonus new entry in Grayson Waller replacing Jacob Fatu. And then 9th then is who am I missing? Will Ospreay will be the one who's 9th in that case. So Ospreay 9th, Solo Sikoa 8th, El Grande Americano, Sami Zayn, Gunter, Trick, Roman Reigns, Obafemi, and CM Punk going into SummerSlam. And that is our list. Okay then. So moving on then,
for
from that very clear cut, is our next segment, which is, of course, creative control. It's our little dalliance into the Mirror WWE.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? A cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm a cult of personality. Like Mussolini and Kennedy.
New world order.
And the cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality.
The universe, of course. And
I'll
chaps,
give it to Brian. He's gonna have Jerry Seinfeld with everything.
what is the deal with airline peanuts? In fairness, no. In fairness, there has been a couple of changes to the few parishes because Jamie's creative control was to move the Judgment Day to SmackDown, all 6 members, which means it's been a little bit of a reshuffle then all across the land. So
I forgot there was
what I've done is I've done with rating equivalents basically and booking equivalents. So in the Judgment Day, there's a men's tag team, a women's tag team, and a single star in each one, and then whatever kind of makes the balance that way. So for Judgment Day going to SmackDown, going to Raw is the team of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
Woo.
So it'll cover the women's tag team. The New Day is now on Raw. That'll cover the men's tag team. Alex Windsor, as the singles women's star, is going to Raw, and the rating equivalent to cover for Dom Mysterio is Chris Jericho now on Raw. So Raw very much winning out there. Also, another kind of caveat from the NXT show, which had the family, as in Tony D'Angelo and Stax Lorenzo, leaving NXT. They have now been put on the AEW roster, and they should be debuting soon. So more on that as we get it. So
Oh, they left NXT.
Oh, they were kicked out. They were very much like defenestrated from
I don't fucking
from the
want them in
show.
my promotion. Get out of here, man.
You're getting the NXT champion. You're getting the
ODG
hottest
is
prospect in
doing
TNA.
well.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal. I mean, it's not as if
Wow.
AEW were stuck for tag teams.
They're not getting fucking booked anyway.
Yeah. Well, wait until Universe mode kicks in, and then you can decide. So, I've got 3 pay-per-views for you tonight, lads, and they're all in 3 different realms. We have the TNA Victory Road, which we'll be ending on. We have Clash in Castle as in the Universe mode, but for us it's Clash in Dublin, as Aaron requested.
Hey.
And the card has been adjusted accordingly. More on that in a
Kroger or
moment.
the Aviva? Which
Ole,
are we going
ole,
for?
ole,
Well, funny
ole.
enough,
Kroger or the
if
Aviva?
when you see it back in the edit, there is actually a custom arena for Croke Park. So good luck trying to sell that out for
Nice.
Yay!
So,
If Katie Taylor can do it.
yeah. So there you go. But we are going to start with Forbidden Door as our pay-per-view. And this has been one, and the reason I'm starting with this is because this has been a secret I've been keeping since the start of the season mode. It's my one little like interaction with this whole universe that I've directly invested in. Because with Forbidden Door being the gimmick that it is, obviously it's supposed to be the idea of like, all these different kind of like international
Put
stars.
WWE stars in there, haven't you?
Well, Dave, you see, I've not only done NXT stars, I've also done TNA stars. So Forbidden Door is a full cross-promotional event that's kind of like both Forbidden Door and Worlds Collide to a certain degree.
I'm all for it. Let's go.
Okay.
So that was my intention from the very beginning. That was before we did the draft. And then Aaron drafted all the fucking Samoans onto NXT.
No, he drafted the entire fucking roster onto NXT.
He
Never
did.
mind that now.
He did. And therefore, this match card is going to be heavily impacted by how serious NXT actually have been.
Forbidden Samoan.
So let's see. You're gonna see how it goes now. So there's no AEW titles on the line here. The show is pretty much on ice now until All In, which is very soon in the Universe mode. Likewise, there's no titles on the line for NXT or TNA here as well, because NXT Heatwave is on SummerSlam weekend, and we have Victory Road in a few weeks on this as well. Before I go into it, I have some other business to mention. There has been a title change on Raw. Natalya is no longer the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Ivy Nile is now the Intercontinental Champion on Raw.
That title took a turn.
Indeed. And I think that's been the only title change in between pay-per-views. So let's start off with Forbidden Door. A 9-match card, lads, considering it's a crossover event. So,
Okay, cool.
opening the show, NXT versus TNA. The Usos versus the Rascals.
Rascals.
Usos has to be the fucking Usos, the fucking Samoans.
Okay, so we have 2 votes for the Usos and 1 for the Rascals, and the correct answer, and taking the first point of the night, is NXT with the Usos. So Dave and Jamie are off the mark there. Next up then is a tables match, another tag team event. This is AEW's Authors of Pain versus TNA's The System.
Authors of Pain.
Which members of the system?
So there's only 2 members of the system on this current TNA roster, because Cedric Alexander is actually on NXT. So it is fucking Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. I couldn't remember his name there for a second. I kept thinking Kurt Hawkins.
System. Fuck
You going
AOP.
System?
Fuck AOP.
Yeah, system.
And Dave, did you say
No, I want to change.
AOP.
Are you changing, Jamie?
Yeah, AOP.
Okay. And the correct answer, in what I can only describe as a dog shit match because it only lasted 10 seconds, the Authors of Pain.
They're big beefy lads.
They really are.
Table matches are broken in Universe mode, lads. I'm telling you. Literally, if you sneeze on the tables, you lose. So, next up then is a fatal 4-way.
Okay.
And this is basically 2 feuds that are colliding in this match, NXT versus AEW. So on one side, we've got Ricky Saints and Jay White versus Wheeler Yuta and Kyle Fletcher. This is a fatal 4-way.
White.
I'll take Ricky and White, yeah.
So it's a fatal 4-way, so it's either one or the other.
Kyle Fletcher for me. I'll take Kyle Fletcher.
So Dave's picking Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, I'll take Ricky Saints.
You take Ricky Saints. Brian?
White.
Jay White. Okay. So we have everyone if everyone going for different people here, and
He's
you'll be all
tanned.
shocked to hear you're all fucking wrong.
Yay,
The correct answer was Wheeler
statistic.
Yuta.
Fuck.
Wow. How does Wheeler Yuta with? Oh, fuck off! This game's broken.
Well, he tapped out Kyle Fletcher if you actually wanted to know, Dave. So there you go.
Yikes.
So unrealistic.
Yeah. So yes.
William Regal's happy, so I'm happy.
Mock fucking politics for that.
There you go. So we're sticking with the Death Riders here because in the next match is submission rules, NXT's Penta versus AEW's John Moxley.
Penta. I don't care. I'm not winning. Penta.
Hold on.
Okay, with my Dave's shirt, he's going for Mox.
I wish Penta had won, but no, it was. I believe if he's already politicked the Fatal 4-Way, he'll do this. It's Mox.
So if we're using real life logic here, there's 2 votes for Mox and 1 for Penta, and the correct answer is John Moxley on this one.
Yeah.
So Brian, you are still yet to get a.
Listen, Dave. I'm under no illusion of what's happening for this one in particular. Dave's just wearing that shirt really fucking well, so it's distracted me.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
Woo.
Do you know what's funny? The AEW merch shirts fit better than any other promotional shirt that I bought.
Anything fits better than WWE, and quite frankly, pro wrestling tees. They're made out of discarded fucking demonic cardboard.
These just feel well. They feel good. They fit well, and they're comfortable. So fuck it.
Well, that doesn't be fair.
They got one thing right. You give them props on one thing. It's their t-shirts.
Well, they are a t-shirt company after all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Next up then.
They
So
had some questionable.
yeah, questionable designs anyway. Yeah, fabric fine,
Yeah.
designs not so much. Yeah. So with this being a crossover event, I decided it makes sense if we bring the champions together for a little 3-way dance. So
Yummy.
first up is TNA's Steph DeLander versus
Okay.
NXT's Bailey versus AEW's Tony Storm.
Bailey
Oh my god, Tony.
can
Storm.
never not pick Bailey.
Delander.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a split room. Fantastic. So so Jamie's going for DeLander, Brian, you're going for Bailey, and Dave's going for Tony Storm. And the correct answer is Bailey. So Brian is
Yes.
off the mark.
Justice.
He actually pinned Tony Storm to win the match, if you wanted to know. So there you
The
go.
2 of them would fucking cook.
God, it's slap.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of slapping, going for a heavyweight clash. NXT's Roman Reigns versus AEW's Kenny Omega.
Fucking Roman Reigns all
Roman.
day long, man.
Roman.
He's gonna slap
Roman.
Omega into the
Yeah.
Titan drop.
Just cause I'm not winning. Omega.
In those games, Roman's a god.
Oh, he is anyway.
He's a fucking G code, and this is where Omega wins, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay then. So 2 votes for Reigns, 1 for Omega, and the correct answer, as he's kind of sussed out, was indeed Roman Reigns picking the win in this one. And if you wanted to know, the ratings actually were quite close because I think Reigns is 98 in the game, and the superstar I have downloaded is 96 for Omega. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough.
He'd
I
have
think
won
it's-
if it was in Japan.
Well, it's again, I did readjust the stats accordingly. Some of them were fucking ridiculous. But anyway,
No, because you know what? Mock's politic for this too.
well, Moxie's only fucking 90 in this save, so he can fuck off. So next up
Getting all
then.
his mates to wins.
Next up then is an Extreme Rules match. TNA's Jeff Hardy versus AEW's Will Ospreay.
I can't not go for Jeff. How can I? I can't not go for Jeff in an Extreme Rules match. Come on, it's Jeff all day long. I don't even care. Will Ospreay can suck my roof.
Oh, I wish it was Jeff.
Elevate me to the sky. Whoa.
Oh,
Okay, so Brian, you're going for Ospreay.
Bruv.
Jamie, I believe you. I heard you mumble Jeff Hardy there. Am I right in saying that?
No, I wish it was Jeff Hardy, but there's no way he went over. He should have.
He should have. Again, this is the universe mode, man. No more rules don't apply. But if you're going to go for
going-
Ospreay,
I'll go my boy Jeff.
I think Osprey won.
you think Ospreay won. Well, you were correct in saying that Will Ospreay won. So,
Bruv.
Jamie, you are now leading with only 2 matches left to go. And the next match then is a little bit of a mid card rumble on this one. NXT's Stephanie Vaquer versus AW's Mercedes Moné.
Ooh.
An actual Forbidden Door match.
Actual Forbidden Door, yes.
Yes. Mercedes.
Let's face it, Monet's never getting back through that door. Oh fuck, this is a tough
I'll
one.
take Steph.
I'm gonna go with Monet.
Okay, 2 votes for Moné and 1 for Vaquer, and the correct answer was by submission Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
So we're back level going into the main event, and you know what the main event is, lads? It's a 3-way dance with the
Fuck's
male
sake.
heavyweights. Heavyweight
MJF.
Cruiserweight champions. So
MJF.
it's NXT's Samoa Joe versus AEW's Swerve Strickland versus TNA's Baron
Ooh.
Corbin.
Oh, that's
Joe's
tasty.
gonna kill him.
So
Gonna be
JV's
Corbin or
stuck
Swerve.
to Samoa Joe there.
Gonna be Swerver Joe. Yeah, I'm going Joe.
You're going Joe as well. Okay.
I'm
Swerve.
going Joe. My boy Joe.
Swerve.
Brian's going for Swerve. Okay, these are all locked in. And
Phone a friend.
you're all wrong.
Baron fucking Corbin.
Baron Corbin has won this match.
Who books this shit? No, I'm sorry. Fuck right off. Like,
Now, if you see it back in the edit, it is a perfect finish because Samoa Joe does all the hard work and Corbin just goes, nope, and then just fucking pins Strickland.
Dave, the problem is you didn't see the match in the build-up because it turns out that Baron Corbin has taken up Death Jitsu, and you know, politics be politicking.
Yep, exactly, yeah.
Baron Corbin called in the plumber.
There you go. So we're going to get it's a draw between Dave and Jamie on that one, so we'll get a feud off you at the end of this. But let's crack on then with our WWE feud, or pay-per-view, which of course is Clash in Dublin.
Yeah. Ole, 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 ole.
So again, this is a
Right.
7-match card as per tradition. So starting off with for the Intercontinental title, the defending champion Seth Rollins against Carmelo Hayes.
Seth freaking Rollins, please.
Seth.
Yeah, Seth.
And where everyone's off the mark, Rollins does retain to start off the show. Next up then, for the WWE Tag Team titles, the Viking Raiders versus JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio.
Fuck off,
Okay.
JD.
Can I get a B, please, Carl?
Yeah. I would like to choose a door number 2.
All right, so Brian, you're going for Judgment Day. Anyone else for the Judgment Day?
I'm going War Raiders.
You're
Yeah,
going
it's
War
a good
Raiders,
shout.
okay.
It is a
I'm
very good
going
shout.
the big fake Vikings on this one.
You're going Vikings as well. Okay, interesting. Well,
The fucked up thing is there's nothing fake about either.
True.
Dave says that never seen them in the fucking Tivoli live. I can tell you that for sure. And well, you were wrong to go for the Viking Raiders anyway, because we have new tag team champions. JD McDonough and Dom Mysterio left Dublin with the tag titles.
Fucking turncoats.
Like that.
And
Shit, I forgot we were
If
in
it-
Dublin.
yes,
If it wasn't in Dublin, they wouldn't have won. It's bullshit, man.
Yes, I lied. It was actually in Belfast the whole time.
That's even worse.
So Brian is off the mark. Brian is now leading going into the next match, which is for the Women's United States Championship between Lyra Valkyrie, the defending champion, against #1 contender Candice LeRae.
Lyra. She's Irish. Fuck it.
Lyra.
We're all going Lyra.
Whoa, Queen.
Dave forgetting
She
that we're
deserves
audio
it.
only, and he was trying to do it through pictograms. So we all went Lyra, and you're all fucking wrong. Candice LeRae is the new Women's United States
The
Champion.
heat.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but Candice LeRae has been making it out of Dublin.
No.
Yes, that's going to be a very nervous walk through Summer Hill
She's
for
gonna get
Candice
put in the
LeRae.
back of a van, and then there's gonna be a fucking
She's gonna have a
sort of
lovely. She's
ransom
gonna.
being paid to the Ra.
She's
and
gonna have a
it's
lovely trip to Wicklow. One
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
One
one way
way.
trip to the
Beautiful
Wicklow Mountains.
The mountains are
Beautiful
quite nice this time of year. I do agree.
Yeah, when you don't trip over the bodies, the views are fuck beautiful.
It is, yeah. So next up
Ask
then.
Jerry Adams, he knows.
So no change in the scores there. Next up then, for the women's tag team titles under Extreme Rules, the team of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus AJ Lee and Rhea Ripley.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah, AJ and Rhea. Without question.
That's a tough one, though.
Nah, without question.
I dare say that was a good match. I go AJ and Rhea as well.
I'm going Judgment Day. I'm going Raquel and Roxanne.
Okay, you're going Contra, and again, much like the other tag team titles, they have changed hands as well. The new women's tag team champions are AJ Lee and Rhea Ripley.
Ooh.
So your exercise for later on, for before we move to our next segment, is to come up with a tag team name for AJ Lee and Rhea Ripley, so we can do a proper entrance for them. So next up, then, in a steel cage match, Bronson Reed versus Oba Femi.
Oh, big meaty men. Bing. I'm going over.
Say the combatants again. I was trying to write down a clever tag team name.
Oba and
Bronson Reed in the
fucking-
steel cage.
Bronson Corbin or whatever.
This is steel cage.
Steel cage.
Ooh. Pin and submit or escape only?
Both. Both are option.
Okay.
2000.
Over.
Okay, we have 2 votes for Oba. Brian, how about you?
Oba.
We're all going for Oba. Lads, again, you're wrong. Bronson Reed won the match. He escaped the cage, no less.
This is bollocks. Who's booking this shit? I blame Aaron.
So,
See,
with that,
this is what happens when you let AI book.
there you go. Yep, I had nothing to say. I had nothing to pick in that match.
No, Jamie. We already talked about SummerSlam.
Still better than Monday Night Raw.
Next up, then, our penultimate match, and it's an all-Irish affair, lads. It is Sheamus versus Finn Balor.
Oh no!
Did I creative control this into existence in some way?
You wanted Finn Balor to have a big match in Dublin to set
There
up
we
a
go.
feud for Randy Orton.
Excellent.
Well, I can't pick.
I'm
I
going
can't.
with
shout.
Finn. I'm going with Finn. I'm going with Finn.
Sarah will break my fucking legs if I don't pick Balor. So yeah.
So 2 votes for Balor. Jamie?
Balor, he's the story here.
He is a story, and there was interference during the match for JD McDonough, but Sheamus actually won the match.
Yeah.
The big
Too many
delayed answer looking
lines.
head on him.
Too many
Too
lines.
many
Now, we're still going to have the
lines.
Orton Balor feud anyway for SummerSlam, so that's still happening anyway. That's still part of your creative control. So, our main event for the evening in Dublin, in Croker, for the WWE Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan.
Becky all the way, please.
Has to be Becky, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it, Liv.
No, don't you wish that bloody Sunday on me, Brian?
So, are you switching, Brian, are you? Because you are in the
Yeah.
lead here.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I want to gamble.
He's on the gamble. Didn't work. Becky Lynch retained.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Candice LeRae is going alone because Liv would have been joining her.
So that means that we have a draw between Brian and Jamie for Clash in Dublin as well. So, yeah, that's going to be fun.
I didn't get any right in that paper.
Don't
No.
gamble, kids.
They got
Don't
2 right,
gamble.
actually, Dave, to be fair.
How many
That's
points
right
am I
now.
behind?
Yeah. So, finally then is Victory Road, our TNA offering. So, for opening contest for the X Division title, Mustafa Ali versus Big E.
Big E. Can everyone pick Big E? Everyone buy his book. Big E. Thank you.
Mustafa Ali or Big E?
Tricky one.
Mustafa Ali.
Had to be done. I'm going Mustafa Ali. I'm going Mustafa Ali.
Ah, it's a great match though. Holy shit.
I've learned my lesson about going against him, Biggie.
You going with Big E?
Yeah.
Okay then. And the correct answer, and your new X Division champion is Big E fucking Langston. Jamie, you're off the mark.
Such a beautiful man.
Next up then, for the women's tag team titles, the team of Kalani Jordan and Kiana James versus the Elegance brand.
Kalani, Jordan, James, please.
Okay, you're going for KJ squared.
I don't know who the fuck any of these are.
You say that every single time I tell you about Kiana James. and
I'm sorry,
Kalani
they
Jordan.
just-
It's impressive. It's so
Kiana
good.
James was very impressive in the Elimination Chamber this year.
I have a disorder. I am disabled. How dare you?
Come on, no. You're not allowed to use that card again. You've used it enough this year.
We are disabled.
I'm
The
going to deny
second,
you there.
the second ones.
The Elegance
Oh.
brand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Louis
Talk
Vuitton.
who's there in Brooklyn.
I don't know.
I'll go KJ squared.
You go KJ squared? Okay then. So, despite Brian not having a fucking clue who anyone in this match is, he actually gets it right. The Elegance brand are the new tag team
default. It is.
champions.
It doesn't stop me in my real life. It won't stop me during this.
If anything, it's helped.
Louis Vuitton Chanel have won the match.
So, next up then is a battle royal to be the number 1 contender to Baron Corbin's title. So,
Okay.
I'm going to rattle out. It's 8 people in the battle royal. It's not a full one. So,
Okay.
we have AJ Styles,
No.
Brian Cage,
No.
Christopher Daniels, Eric Young,
Yeah.
Nick Nemeth,
Okay.
Matt Hardy,
Yep.
Eric Rowan,
Yep.
Frankie Kazarian.
Yep.
AJ Styles.
Killers row.
It kind of has to be AJ Styles, but fuck it.
You're gone.
Compact disc. Christopher Daniels.
Christopher. Okay, we have a vote for Christopher Daniels. We have an AJ Styles. Jamie.
Go
Battle royals
Kazarian.
in this game are genuinely random.
Mm,
Like they
Go
they
Kazarian,
can
why
go
not? Frankie.
anyway.
Frankie Kazarian. Why not?
Eric
Matt
Young.
Hardy.
Eric Young. Okay, so we're all going for
Anyway.
relative heavyweights
Wait,
on
wait.
the brand.
Can I change? Can I change?
You can change.
Nemeth.
Nemeth. Okay, so you think Nemeth's going to come back for the title? Not to say they should have switched, Jamie, but it wouldn't have made a difference because you were all wrong.
Oh,
Fair.
The correct answer and the number one contender to Baron Corbin is Matt Hardy.
Oh, yeah. I can slap a tornado.
Because he last eliminated Brian Cage, would you believe, to win the Battle Royal. So a lot of the heavy hitters left early in this Battle Royal. So there you
They
go.
gave him nice hair in his latest gimmick, actually.
That's true, yeah.
Frank Cage.
Yeah. Next up then, no holds barred. A heel Jeff Hardy versus Moose. I'll go for Moose, Dave. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to go for the face paint fucker.
You're going for Moose as well? Grant, okay. Jamie, how about you?
I'm gonna go Moose.
Okay, so we have 2 votes for Moose and we have 1 for Jeff Hardy. And the
Jeff
correct
Hardy.
answer, and ending the feud that's been going on for a good while on TNA, is Jeff Hardy. So
I
Jeff Hardy
fucked
won
over in
that
the last
match.
one, but he wins in this one. Go
Jeffrey
for
He wins in this one, yeah.
Jeffrey Hardy eating lots
So-
of onions.
So
Nom,
Brian
nom.
is now leading again, going into the last 3 matches on the card. And up
Fuck
next,
that. And I
for the
fucking-
inaugural TNA International title, as minted by Jamie last time out, Cesaro versus Mike Santana.
Mike Santana, please.
Cesaro, Swiss Superman.
Okay.
No character appeal or charisma, but damn it if he isn't good in the ring.
Now, Jamie, this was your creative control, so
Yes. Mike Santana, because that's yeah.
He's a very
Yeah,
good,
Mike Santana.
great guitar player.
well, he's a great guitar player. He didn't come away with the big one. Cesaro is the international champion as per
Okay.
creative control. So Brian, you're now
Yes.
leading by 2.
Yeah.
And we have 2 matches left.
Gambling, 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 gambling.
So next
The
up then, for
duality of man.
yeah.
It's more exciting now.
The next one is the TNA Tag Team titles, men's tag team title, that is. The Rascals, which is this time Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel versus Noam Dar and Oro Mensah, who of course were the one half of Metaphor.
Fuck it. Whatever Noam Dar is doing.
I'm
Look.
going Noam Dar.
Yeah.
Nee, bother, pal. Noam Dar.
I'm gonna go with the Rascals.
I'm going to go with the Rascals. Okay, so with that, we do, shockingly enough, have new tag team champions. The team of, as I've called them, Dar Mensah, have won the tag titles. So, and remarkably enough, that means that, first of all, Dave, you're off the mark. Well done. But Brian has already won this round of creative control. But I will share you the main event nonetheless, which is an Iron Woman match for the Knockouts Championship between Steph DeLander and Tessa Blanchard.
Def the Lander, please.
Anyone but the racist.
Delander.
We all went for DeLander, and I'm afraid to say Tessa Blanchard won the match 3-2 and is the new Knockouts champion.
Racism
to show.
wins.
Boycott TNA.
So Brian, you are the only out and out winner of creative control this time around. So we'll get your solid pick in a moment, but we'll go back to Dave and Jamie for our preferred feud going in. So because Forbidden Door was a crossover event, you have a choice of NXT, TNA, or AW for your feuds.
Ooh.
Like I said, NXT has Heatwave next on the calendar. AW All In is on the horizon, and there's no matches made for that yet. And of course, TNA just had Victory Road as well, and there is still, I think, Against All Odds is the next pay-per-view on that calendar, which is in the end of August. So you just have a choice, really. What feud do you want to do? What show do you want to give attention to?
Bring back
AEW.
Spanky.
AW, please.
Okay, so Dave, you pick a name then from AW, and Jamie will pick a counterpart.
MJF.
Okay, so MJF is our feud, former world champion. And Jamie, who do you want him to dance with?
He's healed, yeah.
He is heel.
Yeah.
Okay.
The best kind.
Can I get some of the larger baby faces on the roster, please?
You certainly can. Let me pull up my notes here, but I think obviously based off the previous ones, I think Brody King is still a babyface on this roster. Osprey would qualify as well. Omega is down as a babyface as well. So they are a couple I could throw out to you straight away. It's been a while since we had an AW pay-per-view, so I'm gonna scroll back down to the last card we've had. Let's see what we got. Hangman Adam Page is another one I could throw out to you.
No, do you know what? Do you know what? I'm going to send MJF, even though he's a heel, after the title.
Oh, so he's gone up against Swerve.
To
To be fair,
as
not a bad match.
As things stand, that would be the main event for All In.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll pay for that.
All right then. And then Jamie, you're back on duty then. So for your shared creative control between yourself and Brian. So SummerSlam around the corner. So this feud will set up a match for SummerSlam, and it's whoever you have on Raw or SmackDown. So matches already made or in the ether anyway for the show is Drew versus Gunter for one championship. We have Sheamus versus Finn for the Orton versus Finn for the other world championship. The women's side is also locked in. Bianca Belair is taking on Nia Jax. So Raw side is covered.
Do you remember her?
So there's plenty of other like massive players not currently booked for SummerSlam. So
Brian, what do you think of Roman versus Seth?
well, Roman's on NXT, so he's busy on Heatwave. So
touche.
Sorry, I died of boredom there. What happened?
We're looking for an opponent for Seth Rollins. You know that bland fucker you keep talking about.
Not my flavor of ice cream.
No.
But he does have to dance with somebody, Brian. And who's he gonna dance with?
You're gonna dance with somebody.
Well, who are you thinking of a particular brand or roster?
Brian, I am going to give you CM Punk.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
CM Punk is on SmackDown, incidentally, in case you're curious.
Punk.
Yes.
Versus
Seth Rollins.
I'm going to have an aneurysm. Is on your briefest perusing of your notes there, Jonathan, whom would you classify as being good at talking?
Yeah, in terms of who have the best promos on the Kevin Owens actually is handy. That would be a sequel from WrestleMania.
That's it. That's it. KO v Punk. Hook it to my fucking varicose veins. Holy shit. Yes, please. Thank you.
So Punk versus Owens for SummerSlam. And that will be a sequel. That will be a replay from their ladder main event at WrestleMania.
What was their that was a ladder main event?
It was a ladder main event, yeah.
This one a stretcher match.
I was gonna say street fight. I want to see them both taped up.
All right.
Ambulance match.
Yeah.
We can do street fight. Street fight is
like unsanctioned fucking yeah.
And they
Last
both
man shit talking match.
Canonically, they both have live headset Britney Spears style mics on them for the entire match.
They didn't do the iQuid match until 2K26, I'm afraid, and not paying £100 for that shit. You can fuck off. So
do we all remember when Brock put Cena through an ambulance?
That was good. That was funny.
Or was it the other way around? I can't remember. It's good.
It was a while. So Brian, then we end on you then for our final point of creative control. Free swing, really. Whatever you fancy yourself in the universe. What do you want?
Okay.
Cheese.
I'll dip into what's the next pay-per-view?
We have Heatwave and SummerSlam up next, and then the next big one on the radar is All In.
Okay.
Retire Jericho.
What's the main event is MJF versus Swerve?
For the moment, that's the only match that's been made so far for All In.
Okay. I would like there to be a special guest referee for that match.
Oh, all right then.
I don't. Whatever angle would work best. Of
Hangman.
whom is rivaling the most? Yeah, if it's Hangman, let it be
Either
Hangman.
Hangman or Brian Danielson, one or the other will work.
Yeah, whatever. Like genuinely, whatever one is better for the story.
Oh,
I know real
the
life.
real decider of AEW matches, Moxley.
Yeah,
You know
Hangman.
what? Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Um,
Hangman will do.
yeah, Hangman special guest referee.
Right? That's locked in. That is your point of creative control.
I fucking love a special. I've done that a lot. I love special guest referee.
You
I think
do,
it's my
and you do,
favorite
and it
stipulation.
has factored into it at some occasions. So yeah, that will work absolutely fine. So yeah, that's a little bit more spice to that particular feud for All In. So
Hangman can come out on a zebra.
he could actually do that. He has that power. I mean, that's quite that's eaten into the budget a little bit, but it's certainly possible anyway.
They get your man from Madagascar. He's great.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, you need some celebrity intervention in AEW, and this is a good place to start.
Just ride Chris Rock to the ring.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is why it's only in the Mirror Universe. So if that happened in real life, we'd be in trouble.
Listen, I have to get this out now. I can't do it in front of other microphones.
Yeah, you have more important plot relevant microphones.
Woo!
So to end our show, then, lads, we're going to give a couple of notes to SummerSlam generally as an event. As Jamie said in the first half, it was kind of like I suppose it's an event kind of dipped in nostalgia to a certain degree, because it was always like the last harbinger of like freedom before we all had to go back to our yearly prisons. And it was always like there was always a kind of a marquee match or a marquee feud that kind of like built SummerSlam around. I'm sure everyone kind of has their favorite SummerSlams in a sense, but I did, out of curiosity, see what was the highest rated SummerSlam event. And this is one of the highest ratings I've ever seen for any pay-per-view at all, especially in the WWE side. You know how big a cage match can be. Was actually SummerSlam 2002 was the highest rated one I've seen. That's the one obviously that had Shawn Michaels Triple H, the unsanctioned match, Lesnar beating The Rock. The show started with
Ray and the greatest opener ever.
Yeah, Angle Mysterio as well. A pretty fucking damn good show all round. But
possibly my favorite.
RVD Eddie Guerrero?
Edge Eddie Guerrero actually.
Oh.
It was RVD Stevie Richards, if you know what I mean.
That surprises me.
It surprises you when I tell you that don't actually mean Stevie Richards when I say Stevie Richards.
Oh yes, there we go.
Yes.
There we go. Oh yes.
Yes.
That proved me wrong, lad. That's...
Yeah. Remember, we used Stevie Richards as a cover on this show. But yes, so obviously that's one of the kind of major kind of SummerSlam events. But there's always been a whole load. It's been going on for quite a long time, as you may have guessed. But I wanted to posit a question to the room to sign off our show tonight, and that is because we've established in canon that Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania. But if I was to posit to you and challenge you right now to ask who is Mr. SummerSlam, who would be your candidates?
Bret Hart.
Interesting, because I have run the numbers and tried to go for like average rating of all SummerSlam events, and Bret Hart was top of the list by quite a country mile.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like him and Perfect is still one of my favorite matches ever. It's the first match I ever remember really getting into. SummerSlam 91, it was phenomenal. You had him and Bulldog, you had him and Owen, you had him and Taker.
Yeah.
Like, the catalogue is phenomenal.
It's actually impressive. Like, there was a genuine run there in the mid-90s where like they were some of the best matches of the year.
Who was second, Jonathan?
Shawn Michaels was second on that list. But outside of that, then other candidates, again, this all gets very fluid because it's all based on match ratings and stuff. So Angle would have been third. Punk.
I was going to say Angle, to be honest, because
based on consistency in terms of like number of matches they've had, Undertaker and John Cena score quite well as well, as does Edge and Seth Rollins.
I can't argue with Bret though. I think Jamie's bang on the money with Bret.
Okay, so that's quite an interesting thing in a sense that like Bret Hart was the person we latched on to there, because I think that's also quite a nostalgic part of the SummerSlam lore as well. Is that SummerSlam always felt like the midpoint between WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, which it still is to a certain degree. But going back to the first half of our podcast where we felt quite frustrated a little bit with how this SummerSlam is building, I still think the event itself is going to be quite good. I think there's still enough wrestling matches there that'll carry the whole weekend forward. But what was it about? Is there a nostalgic quality to SummerSlam, or is it, in a weird way, is it also something that's almost like free of like bullshit WrestleMania booking, in the sense that there can just be a show with just really, really good under the radar wrestling matches that doesn't have to fall under
There used to
wire.
be there used to be a time where
The match that
that would
jumped,
happen.
the match that jumped to mind for me was TLC. Like I know we're thinking singular, but like when I thought, oh, what is SummerSlam to me?
Yeah.
And I just jumped to TLC. I had to fucking check it. It's actually there. But the idea that SummerSlam had all of the gravitas without any of the shackles of Mania.
That's what I was
Mania-
feeling like. Yeah, it felt like it was a kind of a guilt-free Mania.
Mania
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
like you were being looked after by your stricter parent. You know? It felt, SummerSlam was a holiday. SummerSlam is a holiday. You're legitimately in Mallorca. WrestleMania feels like you put up a few signs around the garden in crayon that say Santa Ponza and a paddling pool. It's limiting.
Mania had the celebrity involvement and they were going for the mainstream spectacle, whereas SummerSlam was used to be firmly a wrestling show or sports entertainment show.
Yeah.
But it was also like that because it was always at the end of the summer when I was a kid, and even getting older and like going to college, or it was everything for the summer built up to this.
Yeah.
And
It was
like,
accessible to us.
yeah.
It was.
and
The one time we can legit fully go ham at a show because don't have school or work or anything on the next day.
yeah.
And SummerSlam always felt like it was more international to me. It felt more accessible. It felt like, sure, we may as well watch it because there's nothing else on. And you had friends who wouldn't have watched wrestling, but they'll watch SummerSlam because they can. Mania just, yeah, whatever. But like SummerSlam always.
Even Balor said his favorite pay-per-view was SummerSlam '96.
Oh, Boiler Room Brawl. Yeah. SummerSlam '96 is a
It
good
kind of SummerSlam at the moment still feels like it hasn't been tainted by TKO. Yes.
one. Oh, give it 3 days.
Yeah. We'll be back, folks. But it's
Don't
just,
forget, there is a Hulk Hogan documentary that is coming out or has come out on Netflix. If you don't know,
Is it out yet? Because I've seen
I
advertisements
don't
for it the
know.
last 3 months.
There will be advertisements this weekend on SummerSlam. You
That's a
can
relief.
guarantee
Yeah, I was
there will
really
You'll be
worried about
very
that.
familiar.
Yeah.
But traditionally, SummerSlam.
How long are they going to run those ads?
until he comes back.
Look, I've made this prediction that the Saudis are going to have hologram matches at Mania.
Oh,
They're gonna
fuck.
bring back
No,
fucking
don't say it out loud. Dane.
Yokozuna.
Say it out loud. Don't say it.
Don't
Don't
say
throw it
it
into the ether.
Fuck me.
No, but
Hey, they
Like,
brought Tupac
okay,
back on
SummerSlam.
stage.
Yeah.
The Hogan versus Andre is happening. The Hogan versus Andre 2 at WrestleMania 43.
that. The current
AI
product
hologram.
obviously is what it is, with the ownership being what it is. But traditionally, SummerSlam was always it was the summer show. It was the secondary one. It was the one nearly as big as Mania, and it's where you'd get Mania nearly level feuds and payoff. Because good God, they used to put in payoff.
Yeah.
Like everything
That's-
from
yes.
the summer, King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, whatever other shows would actually get payoff. It wasn't just about kicking the can down the road and let's milk this forever.
It was either
was-
it was either a payoff or a setup. It was certainly there was something that it was always definitive.
The
SummerSlam
ecosystem of WWE was always different before and after that event.
yes.
WrestleMania, the feuds were built from Mania to SummerSlam via Backlash, Unforgiven, or whatever other pay-per-views you had. Then from SummerSlam to Royal Rumble, the feuds would take off in Survivor Series and whatever else you had in December. And then we're back to the Royal Rumble where the feuds would go from Rumble to Mania and repeat.
But it was a perfect. It's what I hate about WWE and that they like soft launch so many things. You were able to soft launch a feud and soft launch a match, and you're able to go, well, they really liked it at SummerSlam. Let's run it to Mania,
Look
and
at-
then
look
they
at
double.
Raw. Raquel Rodriguez win the title. Where was the fucking Just just happens. Like
Well, yeah,
no
that's
build,
that's an issue just generally with WWE lately is that
yeah,
they box off
build,
feuds for
no
certain
What?
matches and then that's or for shows
Like
and that's it.
I fucking hate this. Is in my brain. WWE wrestlers get booked depending on what podcast they're on next week.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, it's a fair point in the sense like it's down to relevancy for it's such a short term way of planning things because I'll give you a great example. Saturday Night's Main Event is an excellent setup show. It's your that should be your advertising for SummerSlam. It's like to get people in the door to watch it. Is that the show where you should run Bailey versus Lyra? No,
Fuck no.
that should be
Yeah.
SummerSlam. But instead of that, you're running that on Saturday Night's Main Event to be the actual wrestling match on the show, and then you can run a kind of a nothing width of a ladder match or a women's tag team match on that show because we don't want to have too much wrestling on that show. We need a whiff so we can have other wrestling shows. Like this is the kind of the problem I have with, and again, this is why I think SummerSlam has always felt a little bit kind of, as Jamie said, untainted by the nonsense of WrestleMania sometimes, where you have to feel obliged to throw in this type of match or this celebrity or whatnot. Always remember something like, say, SummerSlam 2011, where that to me is one unbelievable SummerSlam because of the two main events. Like Punk and Cena was the one that had all the headlines, but the best match on that show was Orton Christian by a country mile. It was absolutely sublime. But the thing is, WWE would never run that match at WrestleMania because they hate Christian, and Orton unfortunately has to at WrestleMania. And
But even then, that worked so well because Edge had been the Mania thing, so then
Yeah.
Christian being at SummerSlam.
yeah, it was a Sun and Moon type of idea. And again, it's always funny in the sense where you see how there was always a certain percentage of wrestlers that peaked in the off season, and Christian was always an off season wrestler for me. Sheamus to a certain degree is off season as well. But it's the thing where like once they're actually there and they're in the groove, you really enjoy them for that bit. And I'm kind of curious as to how this SummerSlam is gonna like kind of shape up in a sense because they've moved the calendar around a little bit to almost kind of give SummerSlam a little bit more footing. Because I think part of the logic of having Money in the Bank so late in the year now is perhaps to give SummerSlam a little bit more kind of space. Because I've noticed there is a kind of a pattern of like the cash-ins always happening at SummerSlam because they feel like they have to. Like it's a big show. We need to do a cash in here. So now they don't have that kind of narrative reason to do it, but they've got the King of the Ring now, and that King of the Ring is a glorified number one contender trophy for SummerSlam now. So
Unless you're Obafemi.
unless you're Obafemi, exactly. Now again, I know he kind of argued saying I have to kill Brock before I go for a title, and that's
I
okay.
actually like the logic in that.
There's a
Like,
certain
he's
logic
gonna
to
fuck
that.
it up for me, so I
Yeah.
need to.
Exactly. Like if you're going to use it as a narrative reason to run the match, absolutely, that will do for now. But
because Bailey's been removed from the SummerSlam tryouts and pretty much been removed from everything, there's talk of her showing up at the Monet Nightingale match at fucking All In.
I don't think Bailey's jumping shit because she's done run-ins at house shows, so that would tell me that she's still active.
We will. I
It's under
don't.
contract.
I do not look forward to the what if of Bailey.
Well, here's the thing: she's done it all, and she's really got nothing more to do or to prove in WWE. Sadly, there's literally nothing more they can do with her. There's nothing more they can do with her.
Mm.
It's
Like
just.
you try and think, and you're like, no, they've done everything. They've gone everywhere.
It's just I cannot understand. Maybe there's more to it, but when you have someone who is so beloved, so talented, and so connected to an audience, and they can't make money with her, I find that fucking baffling.
Mm.
It's so fucking crazy. Maybe it's just the fact that she wasn't born on the island of relevancy. I don't know. Maybe she
Same
should.
with LA Knight. I mean, LA Knight's probably one of the most over superstars of the business at the minute.
Yeah,
Never pulled the trigger with him.
yeah.
Again, that's also going back to that point of like if they don't sell merchandise, then they don't want to know you. But again, how can they sell merchandise if you don't give them any form of effort?
It's just that
There was a
fucking-
time
up.
when Bailey was the second biggest merch mover in the company behind John Cena.
When she
Yeah.
The
was
hugger
a-
shirts.
when the
Yeah.
hugger shirts
Yeah.
were out,
Yeah.
she was one of the biggest, and that's when she was in NXT.
Also, if that one is a work with the whole she's leaving, she's jumping ship, and her doing run-ins would suggest it is. The return match with Lyra could be money.
Which goes back to my
They
point that
should.
should be a SummerSlam match. Like,
But
why
two.
why
I
sit
agree.
on that for an extra month or 2 months? What difference will it make? You know,
That is a big part of their problem, is that they want everything to be just as
They want
drawn and
everything to be
dragged out as they
long-term
can.
storytelling. They want everything to be 3 years down the fucking line.
Yeah, but you see, if you tell the story really slowly, that's not the same fucking thing.
I
Yeah.
know, but they shut it off for about 6 months and then they bring it up again. Like they don't
Yeah.
actually build anything. They just they press the pause button on it.
yeah, it's constantly rolling the ball out. It's rolling, rolling, and rolling. It's just like, no, you look, at some point you have to just call again. I would hope that, like, obviously this Hell in a Cell match is surely the end of Brock and Oba. It doesn't need to go for a fourth round because we all like
It's the rubber.
trilogies.
It's the rubber match.
It's a rubber match, exactly. So like that has a
has to
natural
end
end to it. But what other feuds on SummerSlam are going to have a natural end to it? Because as Jamie said, one of the main events is clearly the setup for the sequel at WrestleMania, and that's fine. That's no issue there. But that card is going to get played a lot over the next few months.
I realize that they'll probably overbook it. I realize there'll probably be too much going on. I am praying that Roman Seth gives us a definitive conclusion to their story,
Yeah,
and that they don't interact for years. Like, if this is it and they just go away from each other, I'm in favor.
yeah.
I'd be a happy boy.
As I said, like, there's no reason for them to even look at each other again.
I don't have any real strong opinions about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, to be honest. So
As you mentioned already. So yeah.
Right,
So
I gotta head off, guys.
But
Yeah,
people always talk about WrestleMania moments. SummerSlam used to have moments.
Yeah.
it may again.
Like,
Oh, you talk about 2002.
I think
Sledgehammer in the back.
I think Wembley
2002 had a
surely is
couple of
there.
moments.
Yeah.
Wembley,
Jesse
you had the Road
Ventura.
Warriors coming down on the bikes.
Yeah.
Jesse
Paul
Ventura,
Bearer
special guest
turning on the
referee.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Macho Man and Elizabeth getting married, and then Macho getting bitten by the snake at the reception. Anyone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wondering if it was actually fucking poisonous or not.
Yep.
Drew blood, mind you.
Or when I was far too young watching the Mountie get arrested after his match with Bossman and get thrown in jail, where the joke was he got raped.
Not all of them were
It
good
was
highlights, in
moments.
fairness. But there were
But even
certainly
then-
moments.
It was real theater, like it was
Yeah.
real. Anyway, Bret Hart is Mr. SummerSlam.
There you are.
I think we can
water
agree on
thrown
that.
at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Thanks for coming on, Dave. But yeah, no, I think that's
Baptized.
yeah. I think that's I think we can all agree on that, in fairness. And yeah, I think that's hopefully that kind of sets us well for what will hopefully be a nice weekend of wrestling. You'll know all about it in a couple of weeks' time when we do our review of it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll live up to expectations. So until then, we'll see you for the next episode of GrapsWatch, where we'll be reviewing SummerSlam and then looking down the line to AW All In and everything else that's been happening in the wrestling sphere, whatever may show up on our radar. But for now, I'd like to thank my colleagues in Jamie, Brian, and Dave for jumping on the call tonight.
Slán
And,
amhaile.
Thank you.
And we'll see you for the next one. Enjoy the Graps, lads.